Wait, we are all set here. Hopefully we have some people doing this. I gotta tweet the deets one more time that we're
Hashtag
live.
tweet the deeds.
Wait, is that a
Tweet the
hashtag?
deets.
There you go.
I think it is.
Hashtag tweet the deeds.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, here we go. I'm doing it.
All right, serious face.
We're already live, so you can
Oh,
be
we are?
as goofy as you want.
No. Serious Star Wars, Ellie. Yes. TIE fighters.
TIE fighters.
Yeah.
TIE fighters.
Astromechs. Yeah.
Y-wings.
Utini.
Utini.
Blue milk.
Blue milk.
Yeah.
Gold Squadron Lager. This is why we do this.
Tauntauns.
Tauntauns. Tip Yip.
Tauntauns.
Hip
Yeah, we're
yip.
live. Tip
Is that how you
Yip.
say it?
Bronto roasts.
Ronto Raps.
Ronto wraps.
Rantos.
Ranthos. I want the Rantho rips.
I want a Ranto wrap.
Sir, take that Rantho wrap back to the kitchen. It ain't Rantho enough for me.
Ma'am, this is a Starbucks.
I want the Ranto wraps without the Ranto.
Yeah, exactly. Ranto wrap.
Technically,
Hold the Ranto.
there are vegan options.
Yeah, there are, actually.
Of Ronto wraps. I almost said Ranto wraps. Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
I'm going to go to
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge on the 20th and I'm going to say, I want a Ranto wrap.
Yes. Do it.
you need to
please.
record it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You must.
so when Kaylin was talking about the thing in our chat, I'm not going to say because we're live
We're not
now.
live, right? Or we
Yeah,
are?
no, we are live.
Oh.
Oh, we're live.
I was just thinking to myself, we should all just go down there and dress as our characters, and I dress as Stevie Palps, and we do Cantina Rescue from Ogas,
Oh my god.
Yes.
and it's just like
I'm so there. Yes, 100%. I was just telling Ellie the horns are finally on the way. So
Oh,
like,
are they?
yeah, I just have to use like costume glue and just pop them right on my forehead.
The like
Ready to
spirit
go.
gum.
Yeah,
That's
spirit gum. There we go. And then I'm gonna sew the other ones into the rest of the wig so that like it's just
Oh,
like
nice.
in there, you know.
Nice.
And I'm
Oh, you're gonna have beautiful long jet black hair.
just like,
My goddess.
I have like this gorgeous like black wig that like
My
finally.
goodness, I'm not worthy.
Thank you.
So
Thank
welcome
you,
to the
finally.
live show.
Hi guys.
No, it's fine. We're 3 minutes into this. You know, it's cool. You know, we're just hanging out and having a good time. Welcome to the live show. I am not wearing my normal Star Wars shirt. This is a Black Panther bowling shirt my wife made me, which is awesome.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
We should make a bowling team.
Stevie Palp's bowling team.
Yes.
You know Stevie Palps has a bowling team
Oh,
on the
he
weekends,
probably
right?
owns like 12 alleys.
100%, and they've all got like their own like signature like bowling
It's like
jerseys and everything.
instead
Yeah.
of saying the Hut Slayers, it says the Pin Slayers.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. 100%.
Good.
Another one of his great business ventures.
He has a lot of hands in the cookie jar. Just gonna say that. So welcome to the live show, everyone. My name's Eric Mitchell, and I am your host. And we have a great show planned for you tonight. Tonight, I am joined by two of my friends that you recognize from our RPG show last week. Which, if you haven't watched that show, I mean, watch this one and then go back and watch the RPG show because it was so much fun. We had such a great time. Joining me tonight, I have Katrina Dennis and Ellie Azuki. Welcome, both of you. Tonight, we are going to geek out about anime, which I didn't think we were going to, but you know what? We're going to do it. But we have a couple of things to go to talk about beforehand. A couple of, one or two things might have dropped in Star Wars news this week, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? So, we'll see. But other than that, We are just going to relax and have a good time. Just a couple of quick announcements to go through. Some of these we did talk about last week, but I want to say some of these and also give you an announcement for our second episode of our RPG show. So our DC fandom recap panel is going to be October 16th. I'm going to try to get Greg and John and Joey on for that one to talk all things DC fandom, gush about Robert Pattinson's Batman movie, which I didn't think I would put those two things in a sentence. Gush and Robert Pattinson and Batman, or those three things, but here we are. And we'll talk about all the video games and stuff. So we have that. In November, we have our Rogue One prequel material show. So we're going to be talking about the Rogue One prequel novels. So that's going to be Catalyst, Rebel Rising, and Guardians of the Whills, which Catalyst is amazing if you've never read Catalyst. I mean, read all three of these books. They're awesome. So there's that. We are going to be at Ocean City Comic Con in December, on December 11th. That is a one-day show in Ocean City, Maryland. Believe my buddy Tim is going to be joining me, and we may or may not try to do a live show from there. And our RPG show. So our second episode of our RPG extravaganza, that's what I'm going to call it from now on, is going to be October 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be starting a little bit earlier because this is probably going to be a long adventure because we have to wrap up some stuff. And I will also give you all the November adventure.
Yes.
I'm
Life
going
Day?
to announce
Nani?
it. So no,
Life day, life
we
day,
are doing.
life day.
Simmer down now. Simmer down.
Hey, pointy stick.
Pointy stick. I love that you still have your pointy stick from last week.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I need to like draw that, just like this
Yeah,
chips
just-
in Ewok furs with like a pointy stick, like
wearing a Camp Endor t-shirt. You can't forget the Camp Endor t-shirt. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So our November adventure, we are doing an entire episode where we are going to role play an entire episode of Stevie Palp's Cantina Rescue.
Oh my god.
Dios
Yes.
mío.
So Stevie Palps is going to get our 6 heroes to join his team of experts to rescue a cantina. We're going to be doing
so excited.
We're going to be doing the
Hashtag
stress tech. We're going to do the stress tests, the recon, the off the camera interviews. We're going to do all of it. I'm going to play some of the bar staff. You guys are going to play some of the bar staff also. So you're going to be playing multiple characters for this.
Mm-hmm.
I know Life Day is technically in November, but our December adventure is going to be a Life Day one-shot.
Let's go cooking! Wookiees with hairnets!
Yes.
Let's go!
Wookiees with hairnets.
I love it.
I kind of want John to get a Jar Jar mask so he can be little Jar Jar X for Life Day.
We can we can low-key gift it to him as a Christmas gift.
Yes.
So he has to wear it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So that's
Absolutely.
the plan.
Big brain.
So there is a dress code for Life Day though. We're gonna be dressing kind of nice. We're gonna dress kind of nice for Life Day.
So clothes?
So
Yes, Ellie.
Well, they have to be what, like red clothes, right? Because that's like what you wear.
So
on
like
Life
if you
Days
want to
for
wear
red.
like if you want to wear a red dress or a red button down or a red ugly holiday sweater, because I have a red
Very
ugly
fancy.
Mickey holiday sweater that I could wear. You know,
Blood of my enemies?
just yes, you can wear the blood of your enemies too.
Love it.
I am so off script right now, and it's
You
okay.
brought us on. I mean, you
I
chose
know.
the two of us out of all people.
But you know
Right?
what? I'm happy here. This is great. So all of that's going on. We are going to get together soon to talk about November. I don't want to do anything like towards the end of the month because of Thanksgiving. and everything.
Mhm.
So I'm going to
Mhm.
shoot for middle of the month for November and also middle of the month for December because the holidays it's kind of a hectic time anyway. So all of that's going on. So stay tuned. Our October 29th adventure is going to finish up what we are currently working on, which is the team is getting a data crystal for Dixon, and we're going to go
Ooh.
from there. And yeah, that's that. So let's get into the news. And there's a couple of things here to talk about. Do we wanna talk Book of Boba Fett first? You know what? Let's
Yeah,
let's do
I
it.
like his
Okay.
chair.
I
Yeah.
like everything about that poster.
So
I'm trying to say it the nice, non-thirsty way. I
no,
like
it's
his sitting
fine.
pose.
It's fine because people have already tweaked that poster with the words "Daddy's home" at the top of it.
What?
I love that. I
Wait,
love
wait.
that.
When is it coming out again?
We were actually going to get to there. So,
Oh, I'll be
Book of
quiet.
Boba Fett. No, you're fine. Book of Boba Fett is going to be December 29th. We were actually thinking that it was going to be earlier in the month of December, um, kind of probably around the same time that they would have released a Star Wars movie, kind of like in that Rogue One,
Mhm.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker window. But I mean, it's like a late Christmas gift for us. If it's a late holiday gift for us
Yeah,
with this Book of
because
Boba
It
Fett.
makes so much sense now why he's sitting in a chair because he's like Daddy Santa and you have to
He
sit on his
is.
lap. And it looks like he's welcoming you to sit on his lap for a gift, which is
Well,
him.
which is probably going to be a thermal
oh
detonator clip to you, but
hey,
It's
I'll take
fine.
it.
I'll take
no
it.
disintegrations. Just remember no
Oh.
disintegrations. However, I have a feeling a few people are going to get disintegrated in that show. Um,
Are they
and
gonna do the oh wait, wrong character.
well,
I was thinking of Han Solo when he got like
oh,
frozen.
frozen and carbonite. No, they did all of
Carbonite,
that
yeah.
in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had the miniature carbon freezing chamber in his
That's so. I bet
in the
he like.
space Honda.
It's like perfect. I feel like he got that from Space Amazon, where it's just like one of
He
those little
did.
things that's like, oh, it's like a miniature microwave that you can like keep in your side mini kitchen in your single bachelor apartment.
He got it.
Like,
Singular bachelorship.
He got it. He got
exactly.
it
So he
from.
got one of those.
He got it from Space Sharper Image.
Space. Are they even around anymore? Sharper
Sharper
image?
Image, yeah. There's one near me. Yeah,
Is it a dead
Yeah,
mall?
yeah. They're
it's almost a dead mall. Welcome to the Dead Mall podcast. Here we are.
they never stay dead, do they?
No, they don't.
Hmm.
But
Not the malls.
the poster looks amazing, and just that's all you need is just that teaser poster. And now I
Mhm,
would have loved to have seen Fennec Shand in that poster too, because she's going to be such a huge part to this story. But
mhm.
it's really cool, and the armor looks so clean. The armor looks
Yeah,
so clean.
It looks like he shined it. Like spit
yeah.
shined it.
Yeah, between the Mandalorian and this.
Yeah.
Well, it was like
Wait, wait.
he because this I remember that there's the armor cleanup happened during the Mandalorian
Yeah.
because it was in between the rescue.
Hmm.
He went in with all this dinged up armor, and then I guess he like sat there at the workbench on like on the slave one and like fixed up his stuff and repainted it. I just want like that scene, the montage of Boba fixing his armor to like
Look,
hard rock music, and then like his
Oh.
shirt is off, and
Oh
it's like
like
yes.
metal or something. Heavy metal.
Oh.
Oh, he's
What
like
the
sorry.
perfect song for that would be "You've Got the Touch" from the Transformers movie.
Oh my god.
oh my god! Oh
Wait,
yes.
so this is gonna be set after the Mandalorian?
So yeah, Robert Rodriguez had an interview. I believe it was a couple of months ago,
Mhm.
and they asked him about Book of Boba Fett, and he said, "Consider it Mandalorian 2.5." So this is going to act as like season 2.5 of the Mandalorian. So it's still going
But
to
no
wrap up some
Grogu.
stuff. No, my thoughts. Okay,
You look heartbroken.
no, I'm actually not. I
Oh.
think that Grogu's story is done, and we don't need to see him for a while.
Unless it's merchandise. then it's okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was
yeah,
gonna say.
because
Like,
the
I fully
yeah,
agree with you, but also Grogu's coming back in the second season because they would
yeah,
not bring back their
yeah.
merchandise.
Maybe a
Crazy.
cameo or
I
something.
mean, he could like Luke maybe gave him the coordinates or something to check up on him. Like you could do it
Yeah,
for like the finale or something, but
here's the long term truth is that if Grogu stays at the Jedi Academy for the rest of his life, the rest of his life will not be very long. So
looking
eventually
at you,
Kylo will,
Ben.
yeah. Yeah. So eventually either Grogu needs to leave that Jedi Academy or Grogu will perish more than likely. I don't know. Who knows? He's already survived Order 66. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll survive Order 13.4, you
Yeah,
know.
maybe. I saw so speaking of Grogu, I saw um I think it was Yak Face posted that the Galactic snacking Grogu is now out. And it's like that animatronic Grogu that has like the space
Oh,
macron and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I believe it's on Hasbro Pulse. You can see it on Hasbro Pulse, but the thing is like it's creepy looking.
Like
It's
how
so
creepy?
creepy. It's so creepy. I will show you a picture of it later.
Is
It's
it
creepy.
like creepier than Furby singing to you in the middle of the night when you're trying to sleep?
I've never had that
oh
issue, but
no.
we can talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, let's discuss that and like how much salt you have in your house because you're gonna
Yeah.
need it.
Very special after hours episode of Starlight Beacon Live.
This is an
Honestly.
episode.
Starlight Beacon after hours.
Yes.
Get your
After
drinks ready.
hours. Yeah. So
One shot every F bomb we drop. I'm kidding.
yeah, yeah.
Starlight Beacon
Well,
Ghostbusters.
yeah, yeah. So, and we're everybody in chat, we're taking bombs. We're taking bets to see
I got it.
we're taking bets to see who drops the first F bomb of our next episode. And I have a feeling that it's either going to be me, Katrina, or Kaylin.
Yeah,
So
probably.
we're going to see. Tune in the 29th
Ah.
to find out. Anyway,
No,
so
see, like
Hey,
now, this is the thing is that now that I know I can
oh,
say the
for
F
that
word,
show?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for the RPG, that's not safe for
it's
work.
gonna
Drop it.
happen.
So let's move on here. We're gonna talk. So Katrina, you've been reading the High Republic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ellie, you were thinking about reading it. Okay.
tell it to me like I'm a toddler.
Oh, I'll pitch it to you.
Elevator pitch. Go.
I mean, it's an incredible story that takes place 200 years before the Skywalker saga, and you get to see the Jedi at the height of their power and actually doing what the Jedi are supposed to do with helping people and saving people. But these are flawed Jedi that actually embrace their problems and work towards solution to those problems. And a few of them may or may not have one night stands. Uh, and taking a walk of shame while a fair is being attacked, Cavan. Um,
Is that a spoiler?
uh,
I don't
no,
care if it is.
no, it's Katrina. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Cavan.
It's a thing.
Um, so, but we are going to mention a spoiler here with our Trail of Shadows preview. So Daniel Jose Alder, who I thought could do nothing wrong in the High Republic, Daniel. Decided, well, Marvel and Star Wars decided, hey, let's release the first page or so of Trail of Shadows, which is going to be a Jedi detective story set during the High Republic. And I'm actually looking forward to this one because we've never really seen a Jedi detective. We got it in Legends with the Coruscant Knights trilogy, but we
Mm.
haven't seen it in canon. And the first page. I'm looking right at you, Daniel. I'm looking right into your soul, buddy. We get to
See, I
see, hmm,
he will break your heart, man. Don't
yeah,
he?
him and Cavan really just shattered me. I expect that from Charles and Claudia and sometimes Justina, but not Daniel. We see the petrified remains of Loden Greatstorm. This picks up right after the Rising Storm. And if you are unfamiliar with the Rising Storm, Marky and Roe, who may or may not be a Chiss, unleashed the God, what was it? It was the Benevoler, I think, or something like that. He unleashes this monster that like consumed all of this force and energy, and pretty much left Loden Greatstorm a petrified remain. And it's like the most shocking death in the High Republic that we've gotten so far,
Yeah.
outside of Jorah Mali's death
Hmm.
and Des Rydan's fake death from Into the Dark. So,
Everybody's got to have one fake death.
oh yeah, exactly. Looking at
Or
you,
multiple.
Claudia. Um, so yeah, it's. I mean, the book itself looks beautiful. I mean, the artwork looks fantastic. This is an interesting story. I think that this is going to be an investigation into what the it was the Great Leveler, the Great Leveler, an investigation into what the Great Leveler is.
Mm.
I think we'll probably see Lorna D in this one too, maybe, especially
Yeah,
after
babe.
Tempest Runner. Which,
Hmm.
if you haven't listened to Tempest Runner, please listen to Tempest Runner. It's an incredible audio drama. Cavan Scott, what is it with Cavan Scott writing audio dramas? He just knocks them out of the park. Between his
Absolutely.
Doctor Who stuff and his Star Wars stuff, he's just on a roll. So,
Mhm.
Ellie, please, I know I didn't pitch it as well as I should have, but check out The High Republic if you want to. All of the books are on Audible, so like you
Mhm.
can always listen to them in audiobook format too. So definitely check those out. Anything you want to add to the Trail of Shadows preview, Katrina?
I'm really very excited about this because this is Daniel's first like adult grave novel since Last Shot for Star Wars, I think, right? I think,
His
yes.
first adult grade Star Wars story. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, since Last Shot. And I was just talking about how much I love Last Shot earlier today, how well put together I think the novel is and
Hmm.
how well balanced between like the two different timelines. The fact that Daniel is extremely talented with managing like large casts of people,
Yes.
but spending a lot of time with all of them. So I'm really excited to see his story kind of come down to master and apprentice, just
Hmm.
like singled down to these people because I know I'm still going to fall in love with like every single side character he
Yeah.
writes, but it's really exciting to know that like he's going to take these two characters on like a really wild ride.
Yeah, and to see he's writing the third young adult High Republic novel for phase or for Wave 3, and that
Hmm.
stars Reith and Comac, two of my favorite characters. That's just going to be awesome too to read. So welcome to our High Republic show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's move on here to a little Halloween special
Mm.
that aired yesterday. This was Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales. This released on Disney Plus yesterday. It had three short tales that were meant to be scary, but they weren't, but they were really, really fun. And this one takes place after the events of Rise of Skywalker, so the galaxy's rebuilding. And we find out that Grabala the Hutt has now turned Vader's castle into an all inclusive resort on Mustafar.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was
Hmm.
talking, John messaged me yesterday after he watched the special, and he said Grabala the Hutt is pretty much Stevie Palps.
This is true. This
Yes,
is very true. He even calls himself a tycoon
he
in
does.
the special like multiple times,
He
and
does.
he really is. I wonder if he and Stevie Helps do business together,
You
or if
never
they're
know. You
rivals.
never know. The world
That's one of
between
his secret
worlds.
sources.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's the guy he knows, you know?
He knows a couple of guys.
Yeah,
Hey, I
we
know a
got it,
couple of
brother.
guys. Yeah. You can catch Stevie Palps in The Many Saints of Newark, now streaming on HBO Max. So,
Loved his cameo in The Sopranos.
yes,
Loved
me
it.
too. Me too. Especially in the final episode when he's in the diner. Anyway, So, Lego Terrifying Tales, this was really cool because this was like one of the first Poe Dameron centric stories that we've like really gotten. And it's I wish Oscar Isaac had come back to do the voice, but the voice actor's really good as Poe and sounds almost like Oscar Isaac. And it was just funny to see Poe kind of just embrace this cockiness, but then you get to see him vulnerable as well. What did you all
Mhm.
think of this special?
I am a big fan of all of the Lego Star Wars content.
Hmm.
It's some of like the favorite. It's the content that I share with my young nieces who like Star Wars. So
Yeah.
it's really special to me, like more for them than me. But yeah, I really enjoyed the holiday special that came out. So to
Mhm.
know that we were going to have a Halloween special that kind of parallels the comic series Tales from Vader's Castle in a way. You know,
Yeah.
Vinay comes back and like
Oh yeah, that was
causes
great.
trouble.
It was great.
I loved that like a whole lot, and I like that like even though these aren't like canon, they kind of allude to like what's going on after
Yeah.
the Rise of Skywalker. Because like in the holiday special, we knew that Rey was training Finn. Like Finn is officially becoming a Jedi.
Yeah.
That's his path after the Rise of Skywalker, and that's canon. And
Yep.
so the Lego movie pulls from that, and Poe even mentions like to Dean, the kid, again somebody with a completely normal
I
Earth
love
name.
it. I love it.
My favorite. I
Yeah.
love it. He's like, oh well, I should introduce you to Ray, which kind of implies that like maybe Ray is even taking on like new students in this new era
Yeah.
of the Jedi. So I like little things like that. You don't have to take them too seriously, but it's like, oh, it's neat to know these like story points are kind of floating around in the
Yeah.
heads of Lucasfilm. And then yeah, I just like I loved all the little stories. Like I loved watching Maul and Grievous be
Oh
completely
my gosh,
ridiculous.
that was such a
God,
funny fight.
yes.
That fight
I
is
loved
so
it.
funny.
It's so funny, and like I liked the the story of like how Kylo Ren joined the Knights of Ren, and they were like a
The
cool biker
Lost Boys
gang.
style.
Yes, I loved it.
It's
Was
so
just the
funny.
best. It was so funny, and I'm like, that's the canon explanation I'm keeping from now on.
Yeah.
You can keep your
It was
comics.
a
That's the
biker
one I
gang.
believe right there. They
Yeah.
were a biker gang, and so yeah, like I just thought it was such a cute little special. It was really well put together and super fun.
One of my
And
favorite things, yeah, Ellie, I'll get to you in just a second. One of my favorite things is it's during the Luke story when Leia puts the pilot helmet on and you still see the buns like poking out of the helmet.
yes, that's super cute. I loved that. And I
Ellie,
like that like
yeah,
the
go ahead.
whole Skywalker family is in the trench run in this version. It's like
Yes, it's
super
so funny.
it's like, oh my god, they're all fighting each other.
And then
Ellie, I'm
Luke blows up the Death Star anyway.
sorry.
Anyway, Ellie, go ahead.
Y'all basically already said everything. Okay,
But
but all right.
it's okay.
I generally just like the Lego series, especially
Yeah.
whenever they do Star Wars, because it's like troll beyond all levels.
Yes.
It's
Oh
like they
yeah.
get a bunch of like nerdy teenagers to some extent that just want to troll the world or something. They're like, I want to see the whole fandom burn in a good way,
Oh,
like
it does.
chaotic.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, I low key, not low key, I high key want the all inclusive Sith resort to be a thing. Can they add that at Batu for some reason?
Yes.
Like, put it in
With
the court. You know what? We're gonna go to a hotel where we don't even step foot in Batu. Might as well throw in a Sith like resort in that hotel, right?
don't forget to stop by the Empire Emporium for all your dark side gifts.
Yes.
I
Um
love that.
so real quick, Farm Boys in chat asking about our boy Stevie Palps. So he says Steve or Sheeve or Steve.
Steve.
No, it's Stevie Palps. Watch our RPG episode, Farm Boy, and you'll see the greatness that is Stevie Palps.
Mhm.
And Joey, hopefully you are lurking in chat, sir. Um, But going back to the special here, the Shining joke with that battle droid is completely
Oh, I
hysterical
Oh my
love
too.
god,
that.
yes.
It was
And
so funny.
apparently there was a little Shop of Horrors reference. There were a lot of references in this special that like flew right over my head. Um,
Hmm.
the
Now to
scene.
rewatch them
Oh yeah, the
and write
scene.
them down.
The scene where Vader kisses Luke on the cheek when they go across the canyon in the Death
I
Star,
loved it.
Yes.
and he says, "For look," and like they just keep going. But it's really great. If you haven't seen the special, please do so. It's convert Farm Boy says convert the Halcyon to the Sith resort. Actually, I would pay money to stay at that Sith resort. I would.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, you were on the scheduled tab before. How dare you, Joey?
Oh,
Wait,
so
what?
rude.
No, Joey.
What do you do? Do we gotta
He
fight
said
them?
he said yeah, you got to fight Joey.
Come
He
on, Joey,
said
1-on-1.
he said found his way over here was on the scheduled tab before. It's okay, Joey.
Aw,
I'll
Mm-hmm.
kill your
welcome.
Duros character in the next adventure.
Yeah, he's gonna choke on my bunny's foot.
Oh my
Oh
god. No.
So, all right,
I this
before we get to the Galactic Star Cruiser, let's talk about this.
I do have to say that like all of the mentions of Mustafar as of recent, from the Lego Holiday special or the Lego Halloween special to
Hmm.
the episode of What If, where it's like, holy crap, are they going through Mustafar?
Oh
It's
yeah, I
giving
saw
me
that.
like I used to go to the Void and play through the Star Wars VR experience,
I
and for
always
some
wanted to do that.
reason, oh, it's the
Is it
best. It's
fun?
so freaking cool. It's so much fun, and it feels like you're on, like it's hot everywhere,
Oh,
and it feels
nice.
like you're on Mustafar. And there's like a moment when you're on a platform and you're like going from where your landing pad is to Vader's castle, and you like float over lava, and it like the heat
Oh
rises
my
up from the bottom, and like you see
Sounds
Vader's
sweet.
castle, and you like essentially like go into the fortress surrounding it to like
god. Hmm.
infiltrate and steal this ancient lightsaber. And I am nostalgic and I miss Mustafar as if it were a real place
It is real.
It
I
is.
think it's
It's
real.
real to
I'm like,
us.
oh man, I remember when I used to go to Mustafar. Like,
Back in
actually
my
go.
day, we went there every weekend.
Yeah,
We chilled
Katrina
out
just
by the.
Katrina
Every
in a
time I went to
rocking chair
Disneyland,
on
it's
a
like,
porch.
Yeah.
I remember back in my day,
we used to live on the lava planet and mine
lava
the
planet.
lava.
Made s'mores by them.
Yeah.
Got the worst neighbor out of nowhere. He just, the whole homeowners association hated this guy.
And then and then the Trade Federation showed up, and
Yep.
apparently they threw a party with a guy named Anakin, and we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? I heard great things about the property. Heard it's being turned into a resort now.
Mm.
Follow the Hut and Stevie Palps. Um, but no, like the Mustafar thing is really cool because it's really neat to see that it's starting to be used more in a lot of Star Wars things, especially like the beginning of Rise of Skywalker. Like that was really intense that Kylo Ren would go to a place that his grandfather went to, and that's where his grandfather rose. So Kylo Ren finding the Sith Wayfinder on Mustafar is him like doubling down on what his grandfather did on
Mhm.
Mustafar.
Yeah.
Ellie, do you have anything to add before I talk about the giant bunny thing real quick? No? Okay. I'm gonna have to find a way to get that bunny through space TSA in this next adventure.
Mhm.
We believe in you.
By the way, that agent from the first time is showing up again on Ord Mantell.
Oh no.
Yeah, so get ready. Uh,
We're
if
gonna have an altercation with them again. Oh no.
yeah, you might have to roll for combat initiative this time.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Anyway, I keep talking about the RPG, and I have a script here. Well, kind of a script. So
What's a script?
yeah, exactly. We're doing this right off the teleprompter. Uh, so
I didn't get one. I didn't get one.
So let's talk about our final news thing before. Oh, Farm Boy, it's all in our RPG show, buddy.
Mhm.
Giant Bunny, yeah, man. You just gotta
You
go in
just
there
gotta
and you just
watch.
gotta watch. It's
Yeah, you gotta.
3.5 hours of pure awesomeness. And
Mhm.
we may or may not have made each other cry with laughter.
I'm pretty
Spoiler, we
sure my
kind of
abs
did.
got a little workout
Yeah,
because
oh
I
my
was like, oh,
gosh.
I was
So
laughing so
funny.
hard.
So funny. Ellie, you're my wild card in that thing too, by the way. You're my wild card.
I'll I'll behave next episode.
No,
I'll try
you're
to
No,
be.
fine.
No,
Just be
no.
yourself.
I'll be somewhat normal. I'll be the Joey. I'll be Joey this
No,
episode.
don't
I'll
be
sit in the
Joey.
corner. I'll just be quiet with a pointy stick in the corner,
Just poking people occasionally.
poking people.
No. Yeah.
Just don't forget your Camp Endor t-shirt. You have less than a month to make that.
Hmm.
Those
Yeah, I
eyes.
gotta get my stuff
I got a
together.
guy. I got a
Gotta
guy. I know a guy. I
paint
know a guy.
myself orange.
So speaking of role-playing games,
Mhm.
that brings us to our next thing, which is the Galactic Star Cruiser, our favorite topic of recent episodes, and how expensive it is.
Wow, wow, and
So
your soundboard.
thank you.
Mhm.
I'll hire you for every episode to do sounds for me.
I'll just gonna make me into a little tiny camera in the corner and just be like.
I'll do that. I'll make it work in Streamlabs. So, no one's normal. Exactly.
Yeah.
So so according to the mini direct or mini E3 that we got from Disney,
There you go.
that Ellie has so graciously called it, we should trademark that.
That's what it felt like. I'm
It did feel like a
sorry.
direct.
Because
It
they're
really
like
did.
dressed. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say my mind real quick, okay?
No, go
They were
ahead.
dressed up like swanky. Like I didn't feel like they were Disney in a way, because they're like, oh, in Disney today. Well, check it out, guys. And then stuff happens, and I'm like, yo, am I the wrong channel? Is this E3? Oh, is that my Nintendo? Where's my Mario? What's going on here? Then I see Mickey. Hoo, 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 hoo. We got magic bands. Hoo, 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 hoo.
I'm done.
And I'm like,
I'm done. I'm done. Ellie, you now have the show. I'm done. No, but
it
you're
felt
right.
like.
No,
Ooh,
it did.
come on, kids! Wait for 3 hours to watch the Ratatouille ride.
Wait
Let's
for 3
go.
hours to watch the Ratatouille ride.
You just get to see it. You don't write it. Ho, ho. Smells like cheese. Ho, 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 ho. Half of it is in French. Ha, ha.
We just did a ride through video, so you can watch
We
it
just did a
live.
Ratatouille video. Don't forget to watch Ratatouille on Disney Plus.
We even put the fireworks online. Subscribe to Hulu too. Ho, ho, ho.
Dave Bautista's here for the Disney bundle.
Right?
Disney
should-
Plus, ESPN, and our redheaded stepchild, Hulu Plus.
Yeah, Hulu Plus. Oh, and you know all those shows that are inappropriate for Disney, we put them on Hulu.
That is
Why-
so true.
That's why they call it the redheaded stepchild
Oh
of
my
Disney Plus.
gosh. And I love
Even
Hulu.
though it's cooler, it's
Yeah.
marginally like half the content is like way cooler. So
Oh, yeah.
whatever. Anybody.
Yeah.
They have
Do you want to
Hulu on
binge
what?
Sons of Anarchy again? Go to
Mhm.
Hulu.
Do you want to
That's
see
what-
grown men cry in kitchens and become an idiot sandwich, and how Stevie Pelps might get a new coworker? Watch Hell's Kitchen.
Stevie
Yep.
Phelps
You can
on
also
Hell's
watch
Kitchen.
what? Oh, What We Do in the
Kitchen
Shadows is
Nightmares.
on
Yeah.
Oh,
Hulu.
yeah.
That's my good stuff.
And then you can
Yeah.
watch Canadian sensation comedy Letterkenny on Hulu.
As if
Katrina,
our
are
dogs
you
also good.
Katrina,
yeah, I
are you
love
a
Letterkenny.
That's what I said.
Yes, exactly.
We're going to
Exactly.
talk later. We're going to do a Letterkenny marathon in the Starlight Discord server.
I love it.
Yes.
Just name a time and place. We'll do a Letterkenny.
Absolutely.
We'll do some Little Kenny spin-offs, you
I
know?
love Little
Just
Kenny.
for fun. I
Ellie,
haven't watched it all. I need to sit down and watch it.
yeah, it's really funny. I showed Ellie the best of Shorzy from Letterkenny. So
Nice.
anyway, let's go back to the Star Cruiser here
Yeah.
and the mini
Chaos.
direct.
Oh, they
Chaos.
showed us the ship.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
got to see the Halcyon and we got to see the bridge. It's still $4,800 for 2 nights for 2 people.
Mhm.
You
So
Open to a
bring,
sugar daddy, you guys. Just
or if you
letting
bring
you
like,
know.
if you have a bunch of friends and you just want to stay in the same room, it might be cheaper.
yeah, it's more
It's
expensive, but it's cheaper according to the
it's more.
pricing for it.
Okay,
Right, yeah, because
it's like
it scales up the more
Yeah,
people you have. So
so
that's
you
yeah,
the other
divide it
thing.
equally by the how many people you are, and it's
yeah.
probably gonna be less than the 2,400 if it's two of y'all, or if you're in a weird relationship and just one person pays 400, 800, or 800. Still
4,800.
cheap. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just put it out there. Like everyone on our show is open to a space sugar daddy. All you got to do is show up, give us the money to go to the Star Cruiser, and leave.
Yeah.
And just
we can
Pay
we
for
can
a
do
room
a
for
review
all of
for you
us.
guys. You
yes,
know,
yeah,
we can
yeah,
just like
Yeah.
record it,
yeah,
and CB Palps will be there to help us
yeah.
judge things.
CB
Exactly. I
Palps
love
to the
it.
Star Cruiser.
The special guest of the captain. He sits at the captain's table.
Yes. You call
Yeah.
this tip yep? So we see that in the mini direct. I want to call it a Nintendo Direct now, Ellie. I want to call it a
No,
Nintendo Direct. Uh,
Disney Direct or
Disney Direct. So we
Disney
see
23. Disney 23.
Disney
D23.
Plus Direct
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plus.
see, like E3, but
Well,
D23 Plus.
Yeah, D23 plus. That's what we'll call it.
oh,
D23 Destination D23 in
oh
November and
shit.
Mhm.
D23 Anaheim in September of next year. But anyway, let's go back to the Star Cruiser here. So we have a launch date for it, and that is March 1st, 2022. And you can start booking passage on the Star Cruiser October 28th, which is one day before our RPG show. So book your Star Cruiser passage and then watch us goof off and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we saw some of the bridge activities that you can do. They didn't really go into the lightsaber training or like anything like that. They mostly showcased the bridge. How did we feel about like this little glimpse into the Star Cruiser?
This
Good,
is
you go
family
first.
friendly, right?
This is family friendly.
I loved it. It was beautiful. I was overfilled with joy. And the many buttons that the bridge had, I wanted to push them all, honestly.
Where's the quarter slot to play the
Right?
game?
Like a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it looked really dope. Like, knowing from their Rise of the Resistance how
Yeah.
well it was, like how interactive it was.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I felt like the word they use is immersed. I felt really immersed there. I just
Yeah.
can't wait for this one. This one's gonna be like immersion up the wazoo.
Oh yeah.
Like, I bet the bathrooms are gonna be like Star Wars themed or something. Like, you just have a little hole or something.
I was expecting that with the Batu bathrooms.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
all right, it's got to like look spacey, but no, it's just it's a
just
normal bathroom. It's kind of like got a trough for the sink.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
Kind of
does.
weird.
It does. Also, I bet you they're gonna have Batu and Sporks on the Galactic Star Cruiser as well.
They're gonna have
Oh,
sports.
the
I don't
mythical
know.
sporks. Oh my god, I remember those.
They
I
were
got to
selling for
use
like
one once.
$500
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah,
eBay.
and you know what? Docking Bay isn't even the best place to eat on
No.
Batu. So
Farm Boy says push all the buttons, Miss Ellie.
I will
yes,
try. I will
yes.
roll on them. I won't push them. I'm just gonna like
She
lay
just
down on
crashes
it
the
and just roll
Halcyon.
on it.
I think I'm going to get like the most FOMO when
Yeah.
they introduce the lightsabers. Like when that really comes into play because
Yeah.
it's the only place you can like actually interact with like the real lightsabers
Hmm.
to my knowledge. Like they haven't announced any of that for like in park Batu stuff. It's only
No.
on the
Yeah.
cruiser. So
And
I think that's when I'm going to get jealous.
and Kaylin actually brought up a really good point about the lightsabers too in our group chat, and she was
Mhm.
talking about how uh, she was wondering if it was just for cast members or if it was going to be for guests as well. And I mean, for the amount of money that you're paying for this
Tests
experience,
too.
you should be able to get like this retractable lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not those cheap Walgreens ones though.
yeah. I just want to see how it works. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see how it works because I think that ultimately determines like
Yeah.
how far it goes as like a
Mhm.
product and a piece of merch versus like a prop that is used on the Star Cruiser.
Yeah, I have go ahead.
Okay, this is my speculations, which is probably 100% wrong, but I don't care.
It's fine.
Okay, I hope that they give us like at least 20 to 30 minutes to step on Batu for once and stop spinning in the galaxy so we
Well,
could go in and build our own lightsaber there.
yeah.
And like whatever lightsaber we build there are the ones we take back to the ship to train with.
I mean, that would actually be a really interesting idea.
So you get like both of best of both worlds kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so according to so two things.
Mhm.
I forgot my first thing, but according to the sample itinerary that they give you on the Star Cruiser website, you get about 4.5 hours on Batuu, but
Mhm.
that's not nearly enough to like really experience Batuu
No.
because they have like 45 minutes to an hour set aside for Falcon Smuggler's Run
Mhm.
and the same amount for Rise of the Resistance, and then like they have your lunch scheduled too. But if
Mhm.
you want to build a lightsaber, that's what, like a 45-minute experience or something like that.
Yeah.
And then if you build a
Yeah.
droid, that's about half an hour experience there. Not to
Mhm.
mention, if you want to go into Doc Ondar's, depending on the crowd in Doc Ondar's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's gonna take some time too.
That's what I've noticed is like, back in the day when I used to go to Disneyland a bunch, like
Hmm.
I would spend like full half days in Batu,
Yeah.
just like looking at stuff, doing the experiences, waiting for the freaking rides. Like
Yeah.
I would go back for fireworks time. Like, that I would spend a majority of my day there,
Hmm.
especially like after it opened, I would like be in Batu a lot and you can do a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Like you need like 6 solid
Oh
like
yeah.
in there alone. Like I usually went for 6 to 8 when it opened just to like
Yeah.
take everything in. And
Yeah.
I also think that like I'm excited but like still kind of about like how they're going to integrate the experience because
Yeah.
like we've seen like kind of sort of versions of it. Like I was excited when I first went to Batu because of the app and it was supposed to like track
Yeah.
what you do throughout the day and like how you interact and that like
Does
did
it
not
work
happen.
well?
No,
It
like I don't
didn't
know.
try
no.
I've
it.
never
I
had
didn't
an
know about it
experience.
when I
Yeah,
went there.
I used the app like once with Val to like decode and unlock the TIE fighter because she like came by and like interacted with our group. But
Yeah.
like outside of that, I've never had a character experience. Like my score at Hondo's didn't follow me to Oga's for
Yeah.
any reason, and that was like something that was promised. So I assume that like that stuff is going to be built into the Star Cruiser experience, and like those people are going to have that like
Yeah.
tracked experience.
Yeah. I mean, I used it a little bit when we went in May for May 4th. I used it a little
Mhm.
bit, and I I really was hoping like that your reputation from Smuggler's Run would carry over into the cantina, where it was
Mhm.
like either they scan your magic band or with the app, they go, "Oh, this guy or this person had a really good run."
Mhm.
Well, and whatever waiter that or serving person that you have can you know, like connect to your app and see, and then just be like, oh, you're the one that everybody's been talking about with the run,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. Now, I saw with the new Magic Bands, they said that that is going to be the way that they incorporate the bounty hunt with like the new Magic Band Plus, I
Oh,
think it is.
Yeah, they vibrate too.
right.
Yeah. Um, they vibrate.
Sorry. They
Just
Um,
like flashing back to like Epcot in 1995 where they issued you beepers
oh
for like
yeah,
restaurant
Wait, what?
reservations. Yeah,
yeah,
you got your own
yeah,
beeper and it'd be like "Bzz, Italy." And you'd have to
yeah,
like go to
yeah.
Italy to get
Like
your lunch.
you're at Spaceship Earth and you have to like huff it like 30 minutes to Italy. in World
Meanwhile, this is
Showcase.
going off
Oh yeah,
relentlessly.
and then
Oh my
they're like Dennis, party of two.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
that
It
was.
was a
Imagine
thing.
people on their scooters just.
Oh man, you just saw people running back and forth in World
Mhm.
Showcase when they did that.
Oh
But
my god.
I mean, and the price isn't bad either. I mean, the more I think about the price and the more like I see about the sample itinerary, it is worth it, but at the same time, and Farm Boy had a really good thing here in chat. It feels too rushed. It really does.
Yeah. It feels
It
rushed.
does.
The rooms are too small. Like those are the
Yes.
two because
Mhm.
those rooms are too fucking so sorry.
It's fine.
They're too
There's our first
freaking
F bomb of this
small
show.
for a resort experience.
Oh
Like if
yeah.
you look at every other Disney resort, their rooms are spacious.
Yeah.
They like have like kitchens. Like you pay for a Disney room, you get like a
Yeah.
seat in your shower and
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like and these things are like I get that you're trying to do a space experience, but you're also doing luxury travel in space.
Yeah.
And I think
We're
that
not poor
a room,
in space.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's luxury travel, not put me in a tube.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Do you think I'm
that's where I'm
a
at.
clone? Do I look like a clone? The
Yeah.
separatists aren't attacking anymore. I
Yeah.
need a
Yeah.
good room.
Don't put me
Exactly.
in the barrel,
And
like,
Right?
you know.
because
Sorry.
no, I mean you bring up good points here because when we stayed at Caribbean Beach 2 years ago, the room
Ooh.
was huge. I mean
Mhm,
the room was absolutely huge. Even when we stayed at Art of Animation back in May, we had like the Little Mermaid room,
mhm.
which I can't believe just exited my mouth, but I mean I love that room. It was actually a really
Yeah.
nice room. But
Do you have
Yeah, I mean,
pictures?
I even stayed at
yeah, I'll
like
show you
the
the
Grand
pictures.
Oh.
Californian, which is
Yeah.
like the third most basic Disney hotel you can stay at, and
Yeah.
the rooms are huge.
Yeah.
Like it's an experience.
The
There are
budget
gardens to walk
ones.
through.
The
Like
budget ones are really good because I was looking
Yeah.
them up because I have to do
yeah,
research on hotels,
Yeah.
and like the budget ones seem like the dopest ones. Sorry,
Mhm.
Oh no,
but
they
because
are.
they're like heavily themed. They're like if
Yeah.
you want to go somewhere that looks like Disney in your face,
Oh
that's where
yeah.
to go. And they have like
Yeah.
giant statues. Like I saw the Fantasia Mickey just squirting water into a
Yeah.
pool, and then they're like, "There's
Mhm.
music in the pool," and I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
What?"
When we were at Art of
Then yeah,
Animation, like
yeah.
in the Little Mermaid section, they had a giant Ursula, a giant Ariel, a giant King
Mm-hmm.
Triton. They had the
Yeah.
Eric
Mhm.
statue like
Aw.
as you enter that section, and then um our room had so the shower was Ariel's grotto. So like you could
Oh.
see like the trinkets and stuff
Oh,
Oh,
the
that's so
like on the
thingamabobs.
wall.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was the
love it.
tile. And then
Yeah.
like we
Mhm.
had like a small little table that had, was it Under the Sea or Kiss the Girl?
Ooh,
It was
kiss the
Under the
girl.
Sea. Yeah. So it actually had the music for Under the Sea. Like the sheet music for Under the Sea, like laminated on the table.
That is
And
so
then like
Oh,
cool.
cute.
the coat hooks were like some of the fish and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And then like the shower curtain was Ariel and Flounder, and then like
Mhm.
there was a giant seashell like on the back of where our bed was that had like a little light, and then there was
Oh.
the seashell surrounded the mirror too, or
Mm-hmm.
fish surrounded the mirror. Yeah, but it was
Mhm.
like really
It's nice.
cool. And then I look at the Star Cruiser and I just look at these rooms, and as you said, Katrina, they're just way too small, and especially if
Yeah.
you're paying that price. I know,
They
like,
need to
go ahead.
they need to put like a painting in there or something of one of like the sits in there that's
Yeah.
watching you while you
Yeah.
sleep or something. You
I
know?
just
Be
like
like,
yeah.
oh.
It's the
It's Stevie
space,
Phelps.
it's
I'm
the
watching you.
experience, it's
My. You know, like those old
Huh?
Uncle Sam posters, and
Yeah.
be like, "We need you, join
Yeah.
us." You know,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
propaganda because they're
Or
trying to
you make it
push
first
like
order themed or
yeah,
resort
because they're
Mhm.
themed.
trying to
Yeah.
push it that they're like we're gonna have I don't know how they phrase it, but they're like we're gonna have random events where you can interact with that. chapters where you
Here's-
snitch
Here's
or
your
you
scheduled.
don't.
Here's your scheduled random event at 1:15 that you have to participate in.
Now you're supposed to be like, whoa, it's 1:15. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I'm gonna go snitch now.
Yeah.
Well, it's even the fact that like your day kind of starts a little late. Like you start at like
Yeah.
8, and then your day ends early, and
Yeah.
so it's also the fact that you're staying in the room for so much time. You're not just going in there to sleep like at a convention where you get like a days in hotel and then you don't like
Yeah.
mess with yourself. You're going in to have an experience. So like
Yeah.
that's my gripe. Like
Yeah.
if I have like $4,800, I'm still gonna go. Like if for some reason that happens to me, but
Yeah.
other than
I'll fly
that,
you for free.
it's just
It's
like
fine.
thank you.
Yeah.
So let's
Well-
put that out into the world. Fly me
Yeah.
in for free with like 3 to 4 friends, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just it doesn't
Well,
seem like enough.
That
I'm
and then go ahead, Ellie. Go ahead.
I keep interrupting you. I feel
No,
so
you're
bad.
fine.
No,
You're fine.
Okay.
This is real talk with real friends, as Farm Boy said.
Okay, I was like curious because at the very last thing that we do is this big gala,
Yeah,
whatever.
but it's
They're
like
like
45
dress your
minutes.
best. Yeah, how could that be a gala, gajala, whatever they want to call it, and for
Gajala.
45 minutes, gajala. I'm
Gajala.
going to the gajala in a Star Cruise.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like 2 hours or 3 hours. Like
No,
no
and that's
party
what it
was
should
45
be.
minutes. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're serving me like food from all over the world. I'm gonna show up dressed as Queen Amidala. I want the
Yeah.
world, okay?
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
if they encourage
Exactly.
you, they're encouraging you to do like this dinner throughout the galaxy, like try all these different dishes from throughout the galaxy. They encourage you to dress up in like, Star Wars formal
And it's
wear.
like, do you know how much
Yeah.
time it takes to get into formal wear
Oh, yeah.
and into makeup and into hair? Like, I'm spending more time getting ready,
Yeah.
arguably, with my family of 4. Like, that's
In a
like,
tiny
that's not even
room.
factoring
Yeah,
in me.
in a
Like,
tiny
if I were a
room.
parent with a family, it would have to be me and getting my 2 kids together or whatever. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about like Fence American Family, but
They probably
know.
like have 5 kids with them.
And then
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you've got
3 to
you've got
5,
all
that's
the
normally.
kids that are running around the room and
no way. All
they're
that
too
for 30 minutes?
tired
Like,
and-
nah. Mm-mm.
yeah.
No way.
It
Are they
just
gonna have daycares inside there?
Let's hope.
drop
Well, like,
your
they
1-year-old off.
They have like
They
separate.
have it. Yeah. Go
they
ahead.
have separate events from the adults, like
Yeah,
for families
like
and
kids
stuff,
will
where
have
they break the
different
kids
events,
off.
so,
Yeah,
But, like-
because don't they do that in the cruises? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that count as well? Like you drop them off with the first order, and then they like play with
Kylo
Chewie.
Ren's now babysitting your kid.
Kylie, oh my God, Kylo Ren! What are you looking at? They steal his toys and stuff.
Show you
Kylo
the
Ren and
power.
Hux do it in
Mm.
shifts. They're just like
Yes.
they go back and forth.
Hugs, and they're just complaining about each other to the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Feels
I
like
mean,
that undercover boss episode with Kylo in it now.
Matt straight up sucks. But
I was Kylo the whole time.
yeah, I knew it from Hi, I'm Matt. But I mean, guaranteeing riding on Rise and Smuggler's Run is huge.
Yeah, because
That-
okay,
Especially now.
Yeah,
because they stopped doing the virtual queue now.
yeah, for Smugglers or
For
for Rise,
Smugglers.
yeah,
Yeah, for
No,
Rise.
yeah,
And it's just well, today there was like in World. I don't know if they have it in Land or whatever.
they have
in
it in
World.
Land.
Okay, World was 45 minutes. Wait today though.
yeah. I saw at one point yesterday during the 50th, it was at 10
Mhm.
minutes. Like the
Because
wait for
everyone's at the
Rise.
shops.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I mean,
Normally it's 3 hours or 2. Let's be real.
but even if it's like 75 minutes, I'll wait 75 minutes for that ride because of how
Yeah.
amazing it is.
True.
Mhm.
And I mean, if it's that or Flight of Passage, I'll go Rise every time. Nothing against Flight of Passage, it's just I'll go Rise
That's the
every time.
Avatar one, right?
Yeah.
I waited 3 hours. I was so angry. If I didn't wait 3 hours, I would have loved it. But
Yeah.
it was 3
I
hours,
mean,
and I'm like,
it's 3 hours in the heat and everything, and
Yeah.
and
it's
most
so
of it
much.
is outside, unlike Rise, where a lot of it is inside.
you
Yeah.
have seating.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
Yeah,
allowed to,
oh, I
if it's
love
like
that.
pointed out that it's seating, but
No,
I was
but
sitting
there's
on
a
the
lot
rock,
of seating. Yeah.
It wasn't too pointy like in the
Yeah.
Avatar one where I was like, I sat on it, I ripped my shirt.
So
Yeah.
I don't know
Sorry.
why I don't know why we got off of Star Cruiser, but I think
Because
we've
Rise of the Resistance is part of Star
I
Cruiser.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've more than covered this. We want to go, but we can't see ourselves spending the 4800 for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Not anymore.
according to
At
the
one
guy in that video yesterday. Oh, it's going to be for families of all ages. It reminds me of that lawyer from Jurassic Park that's like, "We'll have a coupon day." I
the one,
interrupted.
oh,
I
yeah.
apologize.
No, no, I'm laughing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You
So,
didn't interrupt me speaking. It was more me laughing, going
no,
like,
it's fine. Are we ready to talk about visions?
"Are you ready?"
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
I am.
ready.
So,
Yes.
we didn't talk about this last week because we had our RPG show to get ready for. So, priorities, people. And so last week, Star Wars Visions premiered. It's a 9 episode anime short, 9 episodes of anime shorts done by 7 very successful anime studios. And I got to tell you, this first season is incredible.
Are you gonna have
These
more?
Yeah.
they are talking. They're in talks with those studios as well as other studios
We
to
need
do a
more.
second season. Well,
Yeah.
No,
especially
no,
with
no. We
some of
need it.
these. I was okay. I'll call a guy. Especially with some of these episodes, and we'll get to them because some of them are very open ended that could continue on. So I want to get your overall thoughts on this first season. We won't do spoilers yet. We're going to do that when we start talking about each episode.
Oh,
So
shh.
yeah. So Ellie, give me your reactions to Visions.
Okay, as an overall,
Yes.
okay, overall, I loved it. I
Yes.
was just disappointed in just technically two things, and they're
Yeah.
both related. They did not have a banger of an opening. You know, like all I saw
We
was
talked
like
about that.
visions, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Am I watching the Marvel movie or something? Is
Yeah.
Visions gonna pop up? What am I watching? You know?"
It's
And like,
just
this is
Visions.
anime. This is a
Mm-hmm.
culture thing, you know,
Hmm.
where you need a banger opening and a banger ending. You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
it felt like a missed opportunity for each of the studios to be
No, it
able to put
is.
out an opening randomly.
Hmm. Uh,
Yeah. We love
Katri-
an opening. Yeah,
Mm.
I totally like second that. I love. I've seen like the Gundam style Star Wars parody, which I love because Gundam was
yeah.
inspired by Star Wars, so full loop.
Mm.
But yeah, I totally support that. And I watched dub before sub because I wanted to like
Yeah.
see how things went with the dub cast. And I think that while some of the actors did a fantastic job. I think that what the dub suffers from is something that like a lot of these like big like Disney anime productions suffer from, like their Studio Ghibli stuff and things like that. Is that they're taking film actors and asking them to voice act anime. It's not just
Yeah.
Mm.
voice acting; it's voice acting for anime, and it shows hardcore with a lot of everyone's favorite actors. So David Harbour.
Yeah.
Like that was just like a real big standout for me. I was like, why is he talking like this? Who is he talking to? He feels like he's in a completely different story.
Yeah.
And this
He
is not to
does.
say he's not a good actor, but it just like I feel like maybe someone should have like taken him aside and given him like a 30-minute class about like
Mm.
Yeah.
here's anime, it's weird, like here's how you gotta
Yeah.
talk. Like,
Exactly.
you know. Yeah. So but overall I really, really, really loved it. I
Hmm.
thought it was just like such a great set of stories. I hope we get something that's like a little more pod racy, space fighty in the
Yeah.
next season, like a little more Macross,
Oh,
Um,
More pod
uh,
racing for
Robotech.
me.
yeah, more pod racing. Like they like very lightly touched on that stuff in like Resistance with like the dog fights that I
Oh
really
yeah.
Mm.
loved. And I would love to see that just like come full circle, have like a good freaking Rogue Squadron esque,
Yeah.
fighter pilot
Oh yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I really adored it, and I hope we get more.
Yeah. This first season is fantastic. All 9
Yeah.
of these. Well, I mean, I enjoyed them for the most part. The one I didn't really like that much was Akakiri, and we'll get into that one um,
Hmm.
towards the end here. But it's lovely. But I'll second what you said about, with some of the actors, especially David Harbour. I love David Harbour, but he sounded like you're right. He sounded like he was in a completely different story, and then
Mm.
it sounded like he was trying to hide his Russian accent from Black Widow at times when he's talking.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh man.
uh, but
I got this weird impression that he was like trying to do a Harrison Ford impression.
yeah, it felt like that at times too.
I feel it's probably the reason they picked them is so like more people could watch Visions. Because
Oh
if they
yeah,
gave it to
Oh yeah.
like voice
yeah,
actors, they'll not to be rude. I love voice actors. Anime is my hugest thing, you know.
oh
But
yeah,
like, if people would not watch it
Yeah.
because it's not like the Disney demographic.
yeah.
I'm putting
Yeah.
quotation marks.
But
And
You
I
know.
think to
go
that
ahead.
note, there is a definite like difference in when you notice these like high level actors have seen and like anime and when they don't.
Yeah.
Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Him
He
and
loves
Bobby
anime.
Moynihan.
He's
Yeah.
yeah, Bobby
Yeah.
Moynihan knew what he was doing. Like some of these actors really hit it because they grew up or like knew these
Mhm.
dubs really well, enjoyed dubs really well, and you know, yeah, when it was a hit, it was such a hit. So
Yeah.
Just crash course them in anime. Just
Yeah.
sit them in
yeah,
a chair for
100%.
6 hours, right?
Back
6 hours.
in the day, we had
Back
this
in the
movie called
day.
Akira, and
Akira. Watch
Akira.
Astro Boy. You're gonna.
Yeah.
I'll touch on that one later, but
Yeah. Um. So chat's kind of lighting up here between Farm
woo.
Boy and Joey. I call him Joey Jojo sometimes. Farm Boy says, in my teen years, I watched early Voltron and Star Blasters, also Robotech. Robotech Macross is like the
Mhm.
definitive anime. It's so
love it.
good. Um, and Joey says, sounds like some soul is coming out with all this pod racing talk. Yeah.
A
And then
little
Farm Boy
bit, just
says
a little.
was called Japanimation when I was a teen. Oh my gosh, that is
Hmm.
like, oh, that's cringe.
Back in the
Wow.
day,
Boomer
Back in
calling
my
things
day.
cringe. I'm kidding.
no, Midnight Run era. That was
Yeah.
before your time, Ellie.
What? I remember sneaking out of my living room because back in my
Gosh.
day, not every room had a TV. And if you had a TV, your
Mhm.
parents could hear it. So I would run into the living room, turn on the TV
I
like at 2, 3 in
remember
the
when we
morning,
only had like
and
12
watch
channels.
Inuyasha or Pet
Yep.
Labor.
Inuyasha?
Mm-hmm.
Inuyasha. Watch some Yoko Gome. And then Inuyasha for like half an hour at each other.
I
That
feel
was
like
basically
every
it.
mom called him Inuwasha.
Yeah.
Inuyasha.
Inuwasha.
Are
Yeah.
you
Go watch your
Like
watching
every
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha?
like every white mom called him
She's
Inuwasha.
folding laundry.
Go watch in your washer.
Go watch your Inuyasha and your Pokemans.
Go watch your Naruto.
Go watch your Narutos. You kids and your Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so let's get
Technic-
into our go ahead, Ellie.
I was just gonna clap
Oh, okay.
because we're
Thank
gonna
you.
get ready. No, as in we're getting ready. So
Yeah.
first
So let's
episode.
let's get into the first episode, which is the duel. This one had Brian T as Ronan, and I forget who else was in this one. Was it Maggie
Check out the
Q?
Wikipedia.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's right. It's Maggie Q as the as the leader. This one was fantastic. The duel is
Mhm.
so good. And just the animation style, the tribute to Kurosawa is just wonderful. Also, I love Ronan's droid.
Yes, I love it so much. I think the biggest thing about this episode, like outside of like the reveal of the fact that like he is not a Jedi,
Yeah,
Mhm.
was just like the way they introduced Kobru, like that's her
yeah,
name,
Mhm.
from the novel chapters that came out. a
Yeah.
couple days ago.
Okay.
I love that, like, she's already so badass when you see her, and it's like, she looks so cool. I love her outfit. I want to know everything about her. And then she takes off like the first layer of her outfit, and it's like, oh my god, she's even more badass. And she's this like tall, buff, like hot, like woman,
She
and
is.
She's an Amazonian woman.
yeah, and she probably has this like super interesting history that got her to where she was. And I love that, like, it feels like you are getting hit with a wave of story every time one of those
Yeah.
grand moments comes through in that episode. And
Yeah.
it doesn't need to say anything, your brain just immediately knows.
Yeah. Ellie, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the far right on y'all's opinion.
Okay.
I did not hate it. I'm gonna do a tier list for myself right here.
No, that's fine.
All right. This was like B tier for me. It's not
Okay.
like I was great animation, it was great story plot, it was great everything. It's just that I didn't feel like super in love with like the choppy animation kind of feel,
Yeah.
you know? Like with the
See
black
that.
and white, you know? Like it felt too
It's either
almost
you.
like Rurouni Kenshin meets
Yeah,
Samurai Champloo
it
kind of
does
thing.
with a sprinkle of
The
Samurai
ro
Jack a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the robot. The droid was great.
Yeah.
The Sith, the female villain, she was like an Amazonian goddess to me.
Oh yeah.
Like I was all
Yeah.
like, "Yo, like your lightsaber, how does that even work?"
Yeah.
Japan,
Yeah.
Who
That
even knows?
it's
right?
Mary Poppins Sith.
Mhm.
Yes. We love her.
Yes, we're huge fans of her at the show. Uh she was fantastic, and just that whole fight sequence, like when she's just taking on all of those guys
Mhm.
in the village and then just wipes the floor with each one of them. And I got to tell you, the way Ronan kills her is just beautiful.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
setting her up the way that he does with using the statue as a decoy, and then he comes in with the smaller lightsaber and
Yeah.
just cuts her is
Mhm.
great. The I also love the repairman's gonk droid that also had the tea kettle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
We love droids here.
Yes, we love droids on the Starlight Beacon. And
Sorry, that's
apparently
my
he
dog.
apparently Boba loves droids too.
Bubba loves droids.
Yes. Anything else about the duel that we want to talk
Uh,
about?
I was just confused a little bit because I have small brain right now.
No, it's
Why
fine.
he gave the red Kaiser crystal to the kid at the end? Spoiler
The
alert!
Kyber
After I
crystal.
said
Yeah,
it,
spoiler
yeah.
alert. Well, I mean, I talked about the woman dying, so I should have said
At least
spoiler alert for that.
spoiler alert from now on. All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah. Some of us may get emotional as we get towards the middle few of these.
I will cry and I will laugh
Yes.
at the same time.
I will say the last note I have is
Mhm.
that, like, on that animation, I got distracted by Boba, who is distracting me a lot right
No, it's
now.
fine. He's your
That's
agent.
fine.
We'll talk later.
It just happens. He's my
Yeah.
manager.
Mhm.
I actually kind of like the animation, but it's only because I think I have been accustomed to it by the anime Berserk, which has a lot more of that,
Yeah,
like, CG
it
stylistic,
does.
and it feels
That's
like a
me
marriage
crying.
of, like, yeah, it feels like a marriage of, like, that Berserk animation and, like, the Kurosawa filmmaking style, which
Yeah.
wasn't just like black and white, because it's how all the movies were
Yeah.
back then. It
Yeah.
was the framing of it. It was the way the characters were displayed on screen, and yeah, like all of that
Yeah.
visual storytelling. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
since you mentioned Berserk, I'm starting to think. I love you for that. Maybe if you think it was like an homage to him because he did pass away this year.
It probably was.
Oh, that
You
would,
know,
yeah, that's
because
nice.
that company normally does not do black and white animation.
Oh,
No.
true.
So that's why I'm like, you pointed it out. I'm like, and he
Yeah,
was
that's
like
aw.
God tier anime creator, inspired a bunch of everyone and their baby
Yeah,
mamas and got inspired by him. You know, we would have
absolutely.
not had Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho without Berserk. He's the one that gave that
Loved Yu Yu
mangaka
Hakusho.
trained them He was his like paper boy, whatever. He's like, here,
Nice.
doodle this for me. He's like, okay.
Farm Boy says the Death Star droid RA7. Did anyone see it? Now I'm gonna have to like go back and rewatch it.
No, I have
Yeah,
to see
I'm
it.
gonna have to go see
Yeah,
it again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Good
worth revisiting.
excuse.
It's
Mm.
it's
Good.
that one's worth revisiting.
Oh, I'll watch it in Spanish now.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué mataste al Sith? Ay, Dios
I want to watch
mío.
the. Oh man, now I want to watch the Spanish dubs of things. Oh
Yeah,
my
then-
too.
Then you'll hear the cool version of Star Wars said in Spanish. Las guerras de las galaxias. No, it's guerras de las galaxias.
I love
It's
it.
just so like next level Telemundo for me.
Weeknights.
I grew.
at
That's
6
how I
and
grew up.
6:30.
That's the anime I grew up with. Was like Telemundo anime. It'd be like Los Caballeros de Zodiaco.
Oh my god,
Same.
Sorry.
Farm Boy
Okay.
also points out the Doug on the probe droid. Yes, I did see that. That was actually really, really cool. That was a lot of fun. So we pretty much enjoyed the duel. Some of us loved it, some of us liked it. It was kind of like one of those things, either you really, really liked it, really loved it, or you were just kind of indifferent to it. Because I know like John liked the overall premise to the duel, but
Mhm.
like he didn't like the animation and stuff like that. So, I've talked to a few people about it, and it's just I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. So let's move on to one of my favorite episodes, and this is Tatooine Rhapsody. This is if you needed a palate cleanser after the duel, this is definitely a palate cleanser. However, it tugs at the heartstrings, especially with the story of the main character. Um, I'm
Spoiler
gonna
alert.
spoiler. Yes, we're talking spoilers.
Okay.
Ellie, tell us about Tatooine Rhapsody.
All right, Eliisms coming right at you about this episode. Are y'all
I can't
are y'all
wait.
ready? All right, so
Ready.
we got this Jedi that's like running. You open up, you see him running, and he's like, ah! You don't know if like
Okay.
they executed the order number one. You know where they kill all the little Jedi's?
Order
And he like,
66.
I'm trying to play dumb because that's
It's
how I'm
okay.
playing right
I
now,
love
so I
you
can look
anyway.
cool. I know what Order 66 is. Anakin does it after he cuts off his rat tail. But okay, that's not part of the story. All right, he jumps into this. All the freaking Padawans have that nasty little rat tail. Like, I just want to come up to them and like, ugh, you're a Jedi now. You're not a Padawan. All right, so he meets these characters, and then you like open up to this stage where they're all playing, and it's really like badass, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? And then out of nowhere, they're like, you, Worm Guy. I'm bad with names. Worm Guy, you're coming with us. Jabba wants you, and everyone's like, oh, right. So I didn't like. I'm so dumb that I had to Google it to know who this Worm Guy was. It's Jabba's like cousin or something.
Yeah. They say it in the short too.
When?
Jabba has like 15 cousins.
Yeah, he
Like,
talks
there's a
about
lot of
it.
cousins.
He talks
Like-
about it when Boba first comes to capture him, I think.
Because I know they kept saying, you're related to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, how? Is that his brother? Is it his sister?
Well, I mean, Hutts can transform genders at any
So-
given
Good for
time.
them.
Yeah, great. They yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The music
Canon.
was really
Canon.
catchy. Canon? It is?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. The music was really catchy. And I
Love the
love how,
music.
like, towards the end, his lightsaber just, spoiler, is a mic.
Yeah.
Instead of a
I love the
lightsaber. That was
mic.
like,
I loved it.
and then like him going like, yo, you know your cousin owe you money, but he ain't gonna pay it for you. So you wanna kill him? No, sir. We're gonna play this song. You promise we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this. And they go like, bam, 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 and like confetti, and it was amazing. And I was like, oh my god, we love you, Worm Guy, and little Jedi kid, and robot and guy with two
Little
faces.
Jedi kid.
You know?
Little Jedi kid.
Let me finish. All right. The music was so like dope. It was a
Yeah.
banger. It was a bop. You know, like you could play on repeat. And it was so emotional. Like I cried.
Yeah.
I cried,
Yeah.
guys. Did I mention? I cried. And then like he's like, "Yo, Jabba, Everybody loves us. Give us a shot. They pay for us to play, and we get you so much more money.
Stevie
You know,
Bob's now the
we're
band
family
manager.
now. You know. And then Jabba's like, "Ooh, ching chang do, we're making the
Ching Chang
Jawa."
Do.
Like, oh, we're gonna be rock stars like we dreamed. We're family. Remember, family does not give up on family. Ohana, and then Stitch crashes them. You know. Oh wait,
Stitch is not in that episode, people.
Stitch is not there. Stitch is not there.
This is
But
not to say that Stitch could not be Star Wars canon.
He could.
So
He
I
could.
mean,
He could
they
be.
did
he's
a
an
whole
alien.
series back in the 90s or early 2000s where Stitch would crash the movies and the
Yeah.
shows.
They just
Like,
did like or they're
That's
doing like a
awesome.
plush and pin series
it
of
ended
that.
already.
Yeah.
It ended, and then they're scalping them for a crazy amount of money. But yeah, the music was really good.
The music
You
in
know,
Tatooine Rhapsody is fantastic.
this is like god tier, like Star Wars
Yeah.
anime for me. All right, this is god
Okay.
tier.
Katrina,
So
go ahead.
that music reminded me a lot of another childhood favorite show, FLCL, where the
Yep.
Pillows created the soundtrack, and that song was like, this is a Pillows song, like this song. So I really enjoyed that because it's like, oh yeah, we're bringing pop punk to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need Star Waver merch like ASAP.
100%, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um, I love this episode.
It
This
was so
episode's so
good.
funny and it's
It was,
so endearing. The music is
Mhm,
amazing.
it
Uh,
was sad and cute at the same time.
it
mhm.
was especially because one thing that we talk about on this podcast a lot, and it's what a lot of other Star Wars fans talk about, it's family and how
Mhm.
Star Wars is all about family at the end of the day. And to see Jay and Grease, like the way they met up, and then hearing the
Oh,
other
that's their
band
name?
members, yeah, or G, hearing them
Mm.
meet up and like the other band members' stories, it's incredible. And
Mhm.
also, let's give a shout out to the other droid in this episode too. They're
The
the no the little guy. Yeah,
oh,
our
the
little
music
buddy.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a theme with all the episodes. They have one of the little buddies. I don't know what their models are called, but little
I
like
think he
they
was
look
like
at
D5 or
capsules.
something like that. Something like that. I have to watch that one again. Oh darn.
Oh no, you have to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I have to rewatch Tatooine
Oh,
Rhapsody. It's
I
gonna be
will.
such a chore. Katrina, what else do you have to say about Tatooine Rhapsody?
I think everyone is giving it too much crap in the fandom.
It is. They
I
are.
just like I think it's a great little episode. It's fun. It's upbeat. It's got a cute little Boba Fett in it. Like, how could
Oh,
you go
I forgot
wrong?
about
Like,
Chibi Boba Fett.
I thought
They're
he
all
was
chibis.
so cute, and like, and it was so funny to hear like Tem's voice and like this little
Yes.
Boba
Do
body.
you want to
Like,
do that, son?
so funny. I loved it, and so I am 100% supportive of this episode. It's really
And
Can
good.
we
like,
also talk about Chibi Bib Fortuna?
Oh my god,
mm,
yes.
like I was expecting this one to be lighthearted because I mentioned it last time. The studio that worked on this one works on the Pokemon shorts on YouTube,
Oh, yeah, so those are
Oh,
definitely
nice.
lighthearted.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do music for them too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, this and the song, if you can find the song
So
on
good.
YouTube, find the song because it's awesome. That
Put it in
song,
your playlist.
oh yeah, that song kicks so much ass.
New workout song, work out to
It
that
really
and
is.
tank.
It really is a workout song, just because of how upbeat it is.
Hmm.
So let's move on to the third episode. This I thought was going to be the funny one because of Allison Brie and Neil Patrick Harris in this. Uh, boy, was I wrong. This one is the twins. And Katrina, tell us about the twins.
Hmm.
The twins stars two siblings who are born from dark side methods, which is really just like tubes and stuff, and like people
Cloning.
kind of like ominously praying around them. and so they're born to serve the Empire. And they're after, what is it, like a kyber crystal or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
Yeah,
kyber crystal. Yeah,
To like
yeah.
blow
So
up planets.
yeah, to
yeah,
blow up
it's
planets,
the
as you
Gemini
do with
Star
kyber
Destroyer.
crystals. Yeah, exactly.
Not like they've done
And
it before.
and basically what happens is like this is kind of one of those like what if scenarios. It feels a lot like what if Luke and Leia were raised on the dark side.
Yeah.
And so we get Kar and Am, or Kare and Am.
Kare.
Kare and Am, yeah, who are sister and brother, or brother sister duo.
Yeah, brothers.
And Kar ends up deviating from his Sith path, not necessarily joining the rebellion, but realizing that like these two practitioners, like these two sides of the Force, are like kind of BS in their practices.
Yep.
And he has something to protect and somewhere to go and people he loves now. And so he decides that he doesn't want this kyber crystal going to the Empire. His sister, on the other hand, voiced by the dramatic Alison Brie,
She
who
is
gives
like,
100%
over
of this episode. Yeah, top freaking tier performance. Like she went,
God
because you know what? Yeah, like
God tiered. I'm sorry.
Sith are very dramatic people.
Oh,
and you can't play them casually. And so this episode was like times 11 on both of their parts when it comes to performances. So eventually there is a showdown between the two twins because Big Sis is not into this idea of rebelling against the Empire. She thinks it's perfectly fine. She's got it good. She's got some sick shoes that have lightsabers in them. They gave her like,
forgot about that.
I love that. I love like the robot arms. Like the Grievous moment was just like incredible. So and unfortunately, you know, the two go their separate ways at the end. So it's a really, I thought it was like such a cool episode. Like
it is.
I feel like it gets drowned out because it's like over the top or however much you want to say. But I thought it was such a fun experience, and they were it felt like almost Shakespearean, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely anime. This one feels like the most anime out of all of these episodes. And the thing that gets me, Ellie, I'll get to you in just a second.
You're fine. Go ahead.
The thing that got to me, and this was John's biggest gripe, and I could not stop laughing when he was yelling about this. They're in outer space with no helmets on whatsoever, breathing, and then you get the droid at the end that picks up Am, and he's wearing a helmet so that he can breathe in space.
Anime.
Oh my god.
And then
anime logic. It doesn't exist.
And then frickin' Kari rides on the tip of the X-wing through hyperspace.
Yep.
In the vacuum of space.
What's wrong with that? That's possible.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I love it. I love that it's just these animators going like, how anime can we make Star Wars?
Oh yeah.
How can we do it?
They're throwing shit on the board just to see what sticks.
This episode, all right, was one of the ones I was looking the most forward to.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Studio
That's too.
Lovely Trigger, you know, from
Lovely Trigger.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm triggered. Okay, so the animation was slick. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the outlines of the characters were different colors depending on the twins. That. Okay, that's their style, right? And then so the main character, the boy Sith, reminded me of one of their characters in the movie they took out, which is Promare, which is robots firefighters, and he's like this human being that has like fire in him, so he's like a fire being, right? They look exactly the same, right? But he's the polar opposite, right? That's how where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is like this was like epitome of anime because you have the ultimate fight at the end, right? She takes, spoiler alert, she takes the Kaiser crystal and like shoves it in her, and she's like, oh, like almost Sailor Moon transformation going on, right? But alas, her weapon is like tentacle lightsabers. Tentacle lightsabers. You know, they're like, whoa. And you're like, okay, this is the most anime that I was expecting for them to go in Star Wars.
So much fun.
Because it's Star Wars. There's like anime, so it has to go literally over the top in my opinion. And
Yeah.
like I was fine with them breathing in space because I was
Oh, so
like,
was I. I
it's,
didn't care.
it's
Yeah.
Studio Trigger, they can do whatever they want, you know.
I
And then
didn't
I was like,
care.
Exactly.
it makes sense. They didn't completely tell you like what they were because they were like, I burped.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
sorry.
like
They
force
were
beings.
yeah, they weren't. They're not normal. They weren't
No.
born normally. They're like cloned or something. So who knows? Maybe they don't breathe like normal humans. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I think that's like that feels the same as like the whole oh, how could Leia breathe in space? I don't know.
oh
She's the daughter of Anakin Skywalker. Like,
She do what she wants. She does no
do whatever she
wrong.
wants.
Yeah.
Let her live.
let's not
Like,
talk about the Leia Mary Poppins scene because we'll trigger some people. Not me.
oh
I love
yeah,
that scene. I
we're
think
gonna
that
set
All
scene's
things
right.
off.
amazing.
But it's
I
like,
read
it's
this.
at the end of the day, it's Star Wars, and it's like,
Yeah.
what rules do you actually know about the
Just
Force? It's the Force.
Just
It's
enjoy it.
magic.
just
Yeah.
suspend
Just enjoy
disbelief
it.
for
People
a
don't have power
while.
levels in Star Wars.
Like they
Okay,
already have lightsabers.
such a
Yeah.
thing.
You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's at
They
this
they
point
they're
it's
like they have psychic powers to some extent.
they're
What else do
movies
you
about
want?
space
Yeah.
wizards. If you're upset about fucking space here, if you're upset about fucking space wizards, get the fuck out. I dropped
Yeah.
two right there.
Go
And I
somewhere boring.
apologize. I apologize for that. But you know what? I had to say it because this is like a big middle finger to those people that hate all that stuff.
Which is
A-
good.
And I love it.
So what do we rate this? What do we tier this? I tier it
Um
as S.
I I would
I'm gonna do C to S, by the way.
I would tier this. This one's top tier for me.
Okay.
It's fun. It's over the top. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm here for
What do you
every
expect out of
second of it.
anime?
Exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, it felt like I was watching an old episode of Dragon Ball Z where they're just like fighting
Yes.
Vegeta!
and inner monologuing and
Oh,
yeah,
5 minutes.
inner
Yes.
monologuing for 5 minutes and
Trying to do Spirit Bomb for like 3
yeah,
episodes.
yeah, exactly. Ellie, I mean not Ellie. Katrina, where would you rate this?
Honestly, it's one of my more favorite
Yeah.
episodes, so I'd give it like an 8 lightsabers out of 10.
Oh, eight
Ooh,
Stiletto
tipiups?
lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 tipiups. 8
Two
tipiups.
Eight tip
sabers.
yips. I give
Tipiups.
it I give it eight and a
Hey.
half Stevie Palps out of 10. All right, let's move on here to actually one of my favorite episodes, and this is The Village Bride, where we are introduced to a former Jedi Padawan after the Clone Wars that is hiding out on this planet, and she witnesses a wedding ceremony, a very intimate wedding ceremony, and we find out that this woman is the woman that she witnesses get married is the granddaughter of a village chief that she volunteers to uh, go with these marauders in order to save her village and make sure that her village is protected. And this Jedi ends up shutting that down and saving the day. I think I got all of it. I think I got the gist of it, but this planet is very much in line with the Force as well. It has, and this is where what's her name? Is it F? Is her name F or Faye?
Hey.
Faye or F? All I know is that she's got some
Oh, I was
really
muted. Oops.
cool.
Yeah. It's F, but in Japanese it's F.
F F
F you.
yeah F
Saucy baka
you
F.
F you
That's my Jedi name is F you.
F
F.
you. Your lightsaber's
F
just a
you,
giant middle
Chan.
finger. Um, and it's it's such a great episode. It's so well done, and this one reminded me the most of Studio Ghibli with just the animation and everything, and just the way the characters looked. And we're also introduced to stupid battle droids again.
Bro, why? Why are you sad about them?
No,
They
I'm
give me
not.
life.
I'm
Okay.
not. I love
Oh,
stupid battle droids as much as the next guy. My favorite character in Terrifying Tales was that battle droid that hits the door with the axe. Anyway, who wants to talk about The Village Bride?
Katrina can go first since she's muted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
I was really excited about this, featuring the voice talents of Christopher Sean, voice of Kaz from
yes.
Resistance.
I
Very
love
cool.
Christopher Sean.
Yeah, I love Christopher. But like this was a really cool. I liked this episode. Like it felt very. It didn't just feel very anime. It felt very not American. Like
Mhm.
this was not made with like concern for how Western audiences, I think, would take
Perceive
it
it.
in.
Yeah.
There it goes. But I loved it because it was just this like
Hello?
how
You're breaking up, Katrina.
said
Sorry, folks. Having a few technical difficulties here. But we will be with you in just a minute.
Oh.
We got her.
Watch Boba. Boba's gonna be on the camera. His
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
face
but
right there.
it's Boba's fault. We kid.
Are we? Yeah, we are. But since you were mentioning Studio Ghibli, you're probably thinking of Princess Mononoke, which
Yeah.
is the one with the wilderness kind of thing.
There she
Our
is.
queen is
There
back.
they are.
Yes, the queen is back. Sorry.
We're not worthy.
like my internet has been like hiccuping and right.
Still hiccuping.
I like Hiccup and How to Train Your Dragon.
I think I'm dying again. No.
No, you're good right now.
You're fine now.
Oh no.
Boba.
Boba.
There we go.
Down Boba.
Oh. I know, right? It's Boba's fault. Oh, he's chilling. He's been behaving.
Oh, well, that's good. If you need to switch to your phone, Katrina, you can try to do that too. I'm sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. That's the joys of doing this live.
Should have like a little sign for next time, be like technical difficulties,
Pardon our
and have
mess.
Stevie Phelps.
Hey, pardon my
Hey.
mess. I came in and I was just like, hey, what am I going to do? You can see Stevie Palps in just a few short weeks.
True. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I thought about this one while we were waiting for Katrina. The Village Bribe. Bride, not bribe. We're not bribing anyone in the village.
Well, technically they tried to bribe.
Technically, you did.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy for it. It was.
I can see that.
I enjoyed for what it was and how it was. I still liked it better than the duel, to be honest. It's like
okay, yeah.
Like I gave it like a B plus.
I can see that.
It's just that it was just a little slowish for me.
It is.
It was.
It's.
I will remember it. It's one of those where, like, at the end of the day, which ones do I remember? You know, and that's gonna be one of those I kind of don't remember, but I didn't hate it. But it was still good.
Yeah.
The droids were basically the best thing for me.
Yeah. The Village Bride is kind of a slow burn of an episode, but you need that after the first 3 episodes, which are very fast paced.
Yeah. It felt almost like you know how in animes they have a filler episode?
Yeah. It felt like a
That's what it felt.
episode.
Yeah, that felt like a filler episode to me, and I was just like,
yeah, it definitely feels like a catch your breath type episode, and I'm here for it. I think that it's definitely one of the it allows for more character development. And that's what I like. I would like to see follow-ups to this actually because of everything that they set up.
Some of the episodes later on do need follow-ups.
Oh, like, absolutely.
The ones that we've already touched on, the duel doesn't need one.
No. You're getting book with the
Oh,
duel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rhapsody, I
I
would prefer to just get music videos out of them, or
Oh
like
my
really
God,
short shorts.
Starwaver music videos.
You know,
Yes.
that's what I would
Yeah.
ideally want from that. And the
I mean
twins, obviously, you need to know what happened to the
to Am. Yeah, I
to
mean,
yeah, why she's like in the space. What happened? The droid stood by her side, you know, and
yeah.
then
I mean that should get a follow-up. Just like a
mhm.
small one. I mean, you could do a short for that, like a 2 or 3 minute short just to like, have
I
Kare
feel
rescue
like
her.
feel like it has a potential to be like a full season of it.
Yeah, but you don't want to go more than that with the
It'd be too
twins.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah, like it
Just one or two more episodes and that's it.
or make it like a 5 episode season or something. Just something like a micro series. Just
Or
something small.
figure out a way where like some of the other episodes can intertwine together.
Yeah, which I some of them look like they could because of where
Hmm.
they are on the timeline. Uh, Hopefully Katrina will be joining us here shortly. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, we still have 5 more episodes to go in our discussion.
Cinco, cinco, cinco.
Cinco. Oh, what'd she say?
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
I said eyeball
I
emote.
saw I saw that. Anyway, chat, let us know what you think of these first 4 episodes of Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, we need to know. Which one did you like
Hmm.
the most out of these four episodes? Which ones were good?
Yeah.
Which one were a bust? Which ones made you cry, laugh, want to
Um,
go tinkle?
Want to go
You just
tinkle.
got that.
This is a bathroom episode for me. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Yes, I could go to the bathroom break like in
Yeah,
this part.
yeah.
Like there used to be a website called runp.com.
I
And it
remember.
was an you remember it? Like it tells you when you can go to the restroom during the movies and tell
Yeah.
you the plot of what you're missing. I miss it.
Oh, I already read the spoilers for this.
I can go pee.
Oh man, tonight. I'm out of it tonight. It's been a week.
Mm. It
Um,
is a week.
yeah, it is. I gotta take my mom to the airport at like 4:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why? Go back home?
Yeah, yeah, she's flying back home.
On a T-35
The
series?
T-16 Skyhopper, but
Is there even a T-35?
T-35. Joey says, can't say any of them made me want to tinkle. Okay.
Are you sure? None of them? All right.
The out in space thing didn't bother me too much, and the twins enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, I think we're all in the consensus that it was just super the
A
top over.
banger.
Yeah,
It's
it was just over the top, stupid anime action. I mean, it's what you're here for. You're
like
here for the ridiculousness.
once you if you hear oh Star Wars, but you hear it and like it's an anime, you're not gonna imagine like something that makes sense. No, you're gonna
No.
imagine tentacle lightsabers fighting in space, explosion, magical girl
Lightsaber shoes.
transformations. Yeah,
Yeah.
lightsaber shoes. Mary Poppins, Darth
Mary
Vader. You'll
Poppins
get a
Sith.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what you're expecting. She's typing, but yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see here.
I really do wish that what is it EPs that the Tatooine one they release an EP.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Step away from. Oh boy. She might have to take Boba on a walk.
Mm,
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Katrina, if you were watching, it's okay.
it's okay, my queen. I'm excited to see your horns and your beautiful jet black hair for the RPG night.
Yes. We'll try to. I'll try to have her on like next week or something to talk more about visions. So we'll get going here in just a minute. I apologize. All right. Yeah, so Katrina, if you can join us, it's fine. If not, it's okay. We love you. We're glad that you were here for this. And yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
So should we move on to episode 5 then?
Let's go.
Okay, so episode 5 is the Ninth Jedi. This is the one that definitely needs a follow-up. And
Yeah.
this one definitely needs a follow-up. This one, excuse me, is about the daughter of a lightsaber smith that lives on a planet that is surrounded by kyber crystals in orbit. And there's actually a Jedi temple in orbit around this planet that this benevolent person or this benevolent ruler has gathered these individuals around has gathered these individuals from around the galaxy to the temple to give them lightsabers in order to restart the Jedi Order, but not everything is as it seems. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain it that well.
this one this one is so action packed but so good. And this one feels like it belongs in the sequel trilogy era, especially with them using a lot of Rey's theme
Mm.
for what's her name?
Let's call her Desert Girl. Desert Lightsaber Jedi Girl.
Desert lightsaber Jedi girl. Yeah, we'll just call her that. Yeah, it definitely feels like they use a lot of Rey's theme for it, which I think is
Mhm.
fantastic, and it's so beautiful. If there's one thing, the music in throughout this season has been just beautiful and just so good. Um, she has to deliver these lightsabers. She uses a lightsaber herself in order to get out of situations, but the kyber crystal has not started glowing yet. So she kind of gets like a black bladed lightsaber for a little bit.
It was
Uh,
white, wasn't it? Like a white lightsaber. It was white.
it was, let's say
It's
it
not
was
a
like,
color, so white's
let's say it was
neutral.
like, yeah, it was a neutral lightsaber. We'll call it a neutral lightsaber
Her
because
thing
like
was just like,
it looks black a little bit though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It grew bigger and smaller, which was I
yeah.
thought was cool. Like it
Yeah,
didn't like solidify what shape it was.
not until like later on, like during the fight
Hmm.
and everything. So we find out that some of the people that have gone to this temple are actually Sith. So it's up to this girl and this aspiring Jedi and the benevolent ruler to actually fight these Sith. And it's kind of a brutal fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a brutal fight, but it's a great fight and it's action packed. And then not all the Sith die because one of them was actually just corrupted by everyone's darkness. He was actually good. He was
Still
actually
good.
in the yeah, he was actually good.
It was
Um
purple.
yeah, so we see his purple lightsaber blade, which is pretty cool. Ellie, what are your thoughts on the Ninth Jedi?
My thoughts are I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, it's a
so
great episode.
it's a really good episode.
Yeah.
Um you see that they get a call. They all show up in this temple, right?
Yep.
And they're like, "Hey, I got this call. I want to be a Jedi." And they say we're gonna get lightsabers and get trained, right? I need a master, masterless. That's what one kid said. It's like
Yep.
I felt the Force is strong in here. And then the one that spoiler is evil, but not evil. Was like, how sure are you? It's good energy. It's not like Sith energy. And he's like, "Whoa there, buddy. Whoa there.
Whoa there, big
Do I
guy.
know you? Whoa there, big guy. Do I know you? No,
Hey, hey,
don't
hey,
talk to
hey,
me.
hey,
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 hey, hey,
hey, hey.
hey, hey. You know?" So he's like, "Don't talk to me," right? And then the robot guy shows up. Like, there's a robot, and he's like, "Oh, yes, the guy who sent the transmission will show up later, right?" Okay? Chill, guys, chill.
Why
I'm a
does he
robot.
sound like Eric Cartman?
Because he's a robot. Let me tell tell my story.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, he could show up, but okay. And then you like see the guy making his lightsabers, the lightsaber smith. He's like, hi ho, hi ho. He makes it,
It's
right?
off to
And the
horrible
daughter's,
start.
yeah. And the daughter's like, well, dad, it's a lightsaber. Can I see it? And like, I don't know how, but she's like legit. She's like, and she like does stunts with it. And you're like, how? You live in a desert. How? Right? And then
Yeah.
he's like, go turn it in. He gets kidnapped, the dad, the girl runs away with the lightsabers, yada yada. She like does cool tricks, blah blah blah, fast forward, fast forward. Goes in the desert and like another droid is there. And I love this droid and the interaction with her and the
The one
droid.
that's on his coffee break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw him without talking, she's like, can you take me up there? He's like, no. And then I was all like, I said out loud, of course he's not. He's on his break, man. Let him take a break. And then he said, I'm on my break. And I'm like, yes.
That
And then
is,
he like,
it's so funny.
that is hilarious. And she's all like, he's like, ask somebody else. And she's like, they're all broken. You're the only one. Like, let's go. And she shows up. And like, my only like, I'm not gonna question the episode, but like the only thing that was like confusing, but not confusing, was like the guy comes out of the droid. He's like, I knew they're evil. Haha. I'm actually somehow a Jedi, and I'm calling other Jedis, right? And I knew there
Yeah.
would be Siths. And then I was like, okay, how did you know? You know?
Well, he
And then
explains
like
it. Kind of.
he just
yeah.
said, he's like, I got wind of it. Okay, cool.
Jimmy Palps told me.
Jimmy Palps told me, you know, that's the guy he knows. We know guys.
Yeah.
Right? And then like I was like not bothered, but I was just like, why is this kid that like is not a Jedi yet so not good using a lightsaber? And this child that's like from a rinky dink desert takes down like 2 or 3 of the bad guys. She took them down by herself. The other guy couldn't.
Keep in mind though, her dad was a sabersmith, so he probably taught her how to use a lightsaber.
True, but the other kid has the Force.
She does too.
She didn't know at the time, so she's not gonna try to use it because she doesn't know she has it, and the kid knew he has it. Why are you not using
Father
it?
tells her that she has it.
I need to rewatch it. I don't think he tells her.
No, he does.
Okay, he's like, because she's like, my lightsaber is dumb. It doesn't change color. And he's like, it will in time. Just wait, you know.
Yeah.
And then it changes.
Yeah, which is
and then
great.
It was when it started adding color as she was defeating the enemies, and that's like what put the cherry on top for me. She's like, oh, she's developing the Jedi skills that she needs to be like noble and all that. And then at the ending, and turns green. Then at the ending, they're all walking out, and the kid's like, I'm useless. Do you still want me to go with you? I didn't really do anything.
Well, Ethan, we kind of need you. Another normal name in Star Wars, Ethan.
Ethan. So that one definitely needs a follow-up, in my opinion.
It does, and like I said, I think it would be amazing if it was set during the sequel trilogy era, and like they did their own thing with it.
Like one of the little small nods they did that I enjoyed a lot was like when they zoomed out at the end of the air temple, it was a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, the aerial temple was a lightsaber. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it. It's a great episode. Good. Yeah, it's very good. Deserves a follow-up. All right, so let's talk about another one of my favorites here, which is Toby or T0B1, which is Joey.
What did Joey say? I'm gonna fight him.
Just look in chat.
Ethan Palps. Yeah. Oh my god. Yes, Ethan Palps.
It's my nephew Ethan. Ethan Palps.
I'm become a Jedi. You know, I went from across the land. I kind of don't know how to use a lightsaber.
So Ethan, you gotta be a Jedi. Gotta be a Jedi.
I mean, I don't know how to use a lightsaber. I don't even know what color am I.
Your Uncle Jimmy doesn't know how to use a lightsaber, but I do. I mean, no, I don't.
You don't. Can I get like a pink saber? That sounds very Ethan. You know, like Luke
He-
Skywalker. He
Ethan
kind of had a
Phelps,
pink
big lightsaber.
lightsaber. You know, like in the comics. I
You
saw
know,
him.
you
You
know,
know, just a pink one. It's
yeah.
not red, so that don't mean I'm
But
evil. You
it's
know.
me, Ethan Palps. I know a guy.
Oh, you know, God. I know a lightsaber smith.
No, you don't because he's kidnapped. Um,
That doesn't mean I don't know him. I don't know where he's at. I know him.
let's move on to Toby.
T0BI one.
T0B1, and he changed his name to Toby at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
this one,
texted you about that one last night. Actually,
yes, you did.
in the middle.
I was actually driving home when you texted that to me, and I,
was
I
like, "What
almost I
is it?"
almost voice called you just to like see your reaction, but I didn't.
You could have. I would have been
I
fine with
almost
it.
didn't. Um, yeah, we text each other a lot in the Starlight Beacon community. Like we're just always just texting, just you know. Uh, Anyway, T0B1. This one is great because it's like, what if Pinocchio wanted to be a Jedi? Like that is actually the only way that you can describe this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
For
it's
those non-anime fans.
yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
For your anime fans, you could say this is the thing that I had messaged Stevie Palps over there was what is this Astro Boy thing I'm looking at? Cause T0B1 literally looks like Astro Boy. You could
He
Google
does.
it.
He
And
does.
then the Jedi looks like the creator of
Hmm.
Astro Boy 2. They
Yeah,
both
he
look
really
like.
does.
So
It's
it's like if
wonderful.
it was like if Astro Boy was a Jedi and he acted
Oh
the
no, he
same
did.
ideals and everything. It was it was okay. We needed another lighthearted episode after
Hmm.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Yeah.
This was it. This was it.
Yeah, I mean it gets a little dark, especially like when his master dies.
I mean, it was already dark when you realized he didn't have hands.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like the fight he has with the Inquisitor is fantastic. Um
So it looked like I
it
was like, oh man, we got Astro Boy, now we got Gundam. Let's go! Because the other droid gets on his back
yeah,
and
and
he get
like
like
propels him.
wings,
Yeah.
propels him. He's like, whoa! I was
It's
like,
it's such a wild fight and it's such a great episode and it's so over the top once again.
mm-hmm,
It's the epitome of Star Wars. And I love his droid buddies. All of his droid buddies are fantastic. Uh,
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great. And then like after his master dies, he carries on his master's mission of trying to um,
Make it green.
make the galaxy green, like trying to save all of these planets because that's what his master did because his master is a former Jedi and that's what he needs to do because he is now a Jedi and it's just wonderful. It's I don't say this word often. It's cute.
Kawaii.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like how we would have pictured doing it as kids too. Like, picturing ourselves on these adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Saving the galaxy, like hopping in an X-wing. Um, for him to get a T-16 Skyhopper, that was amazing too. At the end of the episode, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just I don't know what else to say.
Like the only thing that bugged me was when he got in the ship that he found in the basement, and he's all
Yeah,
like, "Calling a Jedi!" Ha ha ha.
yeah,
To the
like
galaxy,
like
and it's all like, what do you think's gonna happen, yo? You're like literally saying, "Oh, I'm a Jedi. Come here, Sith. Oh, no, you killed them all, but kill me
I
too.
wanted
Ha, I'm a robot. Let's
I
go."
wanted Hank Hill to show up and just be like, "Damn it, Bobby."
That's Texan anime.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna cover in next week's episode.
The propane galaxy
Yeah,
wars.
the propane Star Wars.
They should do a Star Wars episode of
I
King
think
of the
they
Hill.
I don't know if they
I don't
did.
think they have.
No. I mean,
Family Guy
Family Guy
has.
did, Simpsons did,
Simpsons did.
Phineas and Ferbs is. Okay, so quick side note. If you've never watched the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars special, I suggest that you do. However, there is a really, really bad Obi-Wan joke where one of the kids finds a robe that has a hole in it, and I'm just going to let it sit there, and I'm going to let you guys laugh at that. Yeah, no, it's Buford. He's like, "Hey guys, I found this really nice robe. Too bad there's a hole in it." I was like, "Oh." So anyway, let's move on to Star Wars Visions again. Did we
Caesar
cover?
Obi-Wan.
Yes. Did we
Um,
cover Toby all right?
I think we did.
Yeah.
We all you need to know is cute robot kid wants to become quote unquote human Jedi. His master is like, don't be foolish. We need to save the world and make it green, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, he tells them, hey, there's a Kaiser crystal on the planet. Go look for one. Goes
Kaiser
on a
Crystal.
little adventure with his little robot friend. They don't find it. Goes into his basement. Finds
And
Space
finds it.
Wing. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
becomes Jedi at the end as a Gundam.
He's a Gundam Jedi, but yeah.
He's a Gundam Jedi now.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to episode 7 here, which is The Elder, which is the one that we were going to talk about with Katrina, especially with the voice acting from David Harbour.
Mm.
Um, this one's pretty solid. It's action packed. It's this one might be the quickest one of the series, I think. This one definitely feels pretty quick, like when it comes to the overall plot and structuring of the story. This one deals with two Jedi that sense a
One
disturbance.
Jedi and a
Well,
Padawan.
he's a Jedi anyway. Padawan's
It's a
Jedi.
rat tail boy.
Rat Tail Boy. That's what we're gonna call him from now on. Rat Tail Boy. Yeah, he's Stevie Pals. Hey, Rat Tail Boy, get over here.
Get over here, rat tail boy.
Yeah, get over here.
Show me your Jedi tricks.
Yeah. Can you make a drink using the Force? Um, I think that's enough Stevie Palps right now.
For now, for
For
tonight.
now, for tonight. Um,
Yeah.
they sense a disturbance in the Force while patrolling the Outer Rim, and they head to this one planet that doesn't really receive a lot of visitors, in which they find out that an elder from another tribe, an unknown tribe, has shown up and goes to the mountains. And they go to investigate his ship as well as the mountains, and the Padawan faces the elder first, and the elder hands this kid his ass, essentially.
Mhm.
And then let's call him Daddy shows up and
And Daddy
saves the
Jedi.
yeah, Daddy Jedi shows up and saves the day. Which the duel is really cool, and the way he
It had the
kills.
best fight in the whole series,
Yeah,
honestly.
it has the best lightsaber fight in the whole series, outside of the Ninth Jedi, which I think those lightsaber fights were a little bit better.
But
Uh,
you have multiple people going on at once. This
yeah,
is like a one-on-one duel kind of thing.
yeah, it is. And the way he kills the Elder is awesome. He just like he deactivates his lightsaber blade, then presses it against his chest, and then activates it. It's
Then
so
he turns into
friggin'
dust
cool. Yeah, and then he turns into dust from
because
exerting
he's
the force so
old. He's a
much.
boomer. Sorry.
For those of you over 30, like me,
You're not boomers. Only the elder is.
okay, the Elder's a boomer.
Because he turned into dust.
I know. Well, he also exuded the force a lot too.
True.
Um, yeah, it's a
On
great episode. It's fun.
had a good. I don't know. Like for me, I'm not that I'm saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. For me, it
No.
was more of like I thought the Padawan was gonna like sway into the dark side for some reason because he was
Yeah.
like super eager the whole time. Oh, there's things going on. Are we gonna fight? Pew 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 pew. And the
Pew
master's like,
pew.
No, we're not gonna
Yeah.
fight. It's worrisome how excited you are to fight, you know? And
Yeah.
then he's like, when you go up the mountain, don't fight. And he's like, I open the lightsaber and fight him? What? No? Okay, I do it now. I do it now. I fight him. I fight him with
Yeah,
lightsaber.
he doesn't listen to his master at all.
And
Uh,
that's like,
yeah.
that was like my only it wasn't a complaint, it's more of like a good surprise that he didn't like turn evil somehow.
Yeah.
Because we already had the I'm evil, blah blah things like betrayal
Yeah,
already
and
gonna.
we'll get to that in Akakiri especially with that final episode.
Mm,
Um yeah, no, I the kid's too headstrong kind of reminded me of Anakin in Attack of the Clones, just kind
with the
of
rat
like
tail too.
yeah, and just like running into situations just to run into situations.
It felt too cliche for me. It felt
It
like, yeah,
is.
they did their homework on what Star Wars is,
Yeah.
which I'm happy. You know,
Yeah.
like obviously I know some of these studios probably are like the animators know who doesn't know what Star Wars is. Let's be real at
Yeah,
this point.
exactly.
They probably like rewatched the movies and there's some of the shows to get an idea what it was, and they're like, Anakin kid, we like him. We like his rat tail too. Let's draw him.
Yeah, but
Okay.
make his hair blue.
Make his hair blue and make his master with nice like samurai hair, like wild samurai hair. You know, like if you would think he's a yakuza boss without the pompadour but the long hair, that's what we want.
His master reminded me of the one teacher from My Hero Academia, the one that can like cancel people's quirks. Azawa.
Mm,
Yeah, the one that just
yeah,
like wants to sleep all the time.
yeah.
Like I just
Oh,
picture
because he
this.
was so chill too.
Yeah, I just pictured this Jedi like just being like Aizawa. Just like
Oh, so he's hitting that trope of like lazy but super strong people.
yeah,
Just like,
because he
yeah.
conserves all of his strength and then like in that fight, like he clearly hands the elder's ass to him. I mean,
Mm.
but then again, like the elder
He's
is
old.
old. Yeah.
He was like, if he was in his prime,
It would be a
I would have
different story.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would have been true too. I
Mm.
would have loved to have seen that. Um
I don't think this needs a follow up episode.
it doesn't. It
No.
really doesn't.
If it involves bringing a headstrong kid back, no thanks.
Yeah, I this one doesn't need a follow-up. And then we have so let's move on to our eighth episode, which is Lop and Ocho. This
Ocho
one
means eight in Spanish.
I know. Um I I I I, I might know that. Now I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Ellie.
Oh, no problem. That's what I'm here for. Haha.
Anyway, so Lop and Ocho deals with two adopted sisters, pretty much. They are trying to gain their father's favor. One decides to kind of better the family by joining the Empire. The other one decides to better the family by fighting back against the one that joined the Empire with a lightsaber that her father has had for many, many generations.
Family heirloom.
Yes, it is a family heirloom.
Heirloom.
Heirloom. And yeah, I can't speak tonight.
No, you're fine. You're tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week, and don't even get me started on some stuff.
Lop
Anyway,
and Ocho.
La Pinocho. Great action. Some fun comedy. Once again, another cute droid. That.
Every episode has a cute droid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Everyone, all of them do.
yeah, yeah.
They,
They're all fun. Like I love the droids. I absolutely love the droids in this series. Um, yeah, it's pretty much just feuding for dad's attention. And, just once again, it's about family. It's about adopted family. It's about, um, you don't necessarily have to be related by blood to be a member of that family. a la Rey Skywalker. I don't want to trigger anybody, so I'm not going to get into that. Um, but you know what I mean, though.
I, this was a letdown for me, actually.
I Yeah, I
For
mean,
me,
no,
I was expecting a lot, knowing that they had the bunny girl in it. You know,
yeah,
like it was already like loved on the internet just because it had a cute bunny girl. You know, and then
yeah,
it was just they didn't do enough character development for me. You know, because like
mm-mm,
when Ocho means Lop, Lop is the bunny girl, right? Yeah.
mhm.
When Ocho and Lop meet, the dad's
Excuse me,
more of
sorry.
a no, mija. We're not
Yeah,
gonna get Ocho, Lop into our family, Ocho. And Ocho's like, Dad, you're the Yakuza clan leader,
yeah,
basically. You're the tribe leader. You told us not to look, blah, 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 be good, and join our family, right? So she joined the family, right? And
yeah,
then when they're older, the dad's like, I love our planet. Our planet's getting stripped down, so we have to fight back.
yeah,
And it felt like so weird that out of nowhere, Ocho was always for the planet. Out of nowhere, she's like, "No, we have to follow them," And
yeah.
like,
Follow
"Oh,
the Empire.
Lop, you're not family. Who are you? You're just a bunny girl." And it's like
It's
something happened. It just
yeah,
her personality just snapped like out of nowhere, and it was like,
it's
what happened in between?
yeah, it's. I mean, like I said, this is an entertaining short. It's got some great
Mm-hmm.
action. Some of the character moments are really strong and powerful, especially when the dad gives Lop the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a great moment. I
And
will.
the explanation how they got the
Yeah.
lightsabers, like,
Oh
yo,
yeah.
some Jedi showed up and taught us things.
Yeah.
And like, I
Like
didn't think you were family back then, but
yeah.
you really are. You
It's
fight for
great
our
world building.
ideals. It
Hmm.
was so cute.
Yeah. But you're right.
It
The
needed more time.
the heel turn comes out of nowhere.
It does. It's like she's all like, "I love the planet. I love you, Lop. You're not a bunny for me. You're my sister." And I don't know.
Yeah.
We're like, "You are you, Lop? Why do you have the lightsaber? I'm evil now. Cut my finger. Blood in my face. Cut my hair. Oh, it's like
Yeah.
samurai style. And like
Hmm. No, I
what?
get it. I okay. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. These last two episodes are the weakest of this series, in my opinion. Um, I am probably gonna trigger some people. I'm probably gonna piss some people off with what I say.
I'm mad at you,
But
Rada Rada.
rada rada. Thank you. Thank you, Schnitzel from Chowder. Uh, but Lop and Ocho had the potential to be just this amazing family drama, and it really isn't. It's just,
Drop the ball.
yeah. I mean, the pieces are there. The pieces are there. They start building to something, and
Mhm.
then it like just they drop the ball. You're exactly right. They drop the ball, and it's just not that. I mean,
It just went crazy out of nowhere. The characters look beautiful. The scenery was great.
oh
Everything was
yeah,
great, and it was just like, I hate the world. I want to watch the world burn.
yeah.
And it's like, whoa,
I mean,
whoa,
and it comes out of
Kylo.
nowhere. No, I mean, the,
Yeah.
they did more of an explanation for how Kylo went bad
Yeah.
in the
Then Ocho.
yeah, and like I get it, like the Empire has influences, like I get it.
Yeah.
You know,
But
join us for a better life, all that
but
stuff.
it
But
would have been Lop instead. It would have made kind of more sense if it was Lop to some extent.
yeah, I mean,
Because she would have
yeah,
been
because
like,
she
I
has
want to
nothing to
join them.
lose.
Yeah, she's like, I want to join them so I could like free slaves like I was
Yeah, and if you look at it, Lop didn't want to be part of that family anyway.
at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, Lop doesn't want to be part of that family, and then like she's
Out of nowhere,
so
she's like,
loyal to the
family.
family because they do nothing to build on their characters. They just
Like,
shove you in the situation,
yeah.
and it's annoying.
Like, they need a, like, that one might need a second episode. It definitely does to explain it. If they do end up doing it, so it can
But you
redeem
need a.
itself.
I mean, it's got to be a flashback heavy episode though.
I don't care.
But I
I
mean, that's
don't
the only
care.
way that you do it though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
They do it all the time. It's anime. They do whatever they
I
want. We
mean,
have
I know that they
people
do it all
breathing
the
in
time.
space with no helmets,
Yeah.
tentacle lightsabers.
But
Worm
like
guy.
Worm guy. But for something that was supposed to be a family drama, they just really dropped the ball.
Yeah. Oh.
Um, I think we've said enough for Labanocho.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I.
I
I'm just
think
gonna
we're done
say
with
I'm
Labanocho.
done. I wish Bunny Girl was more
Yeah,
badass, other than her cool umbrella that she finally used.
yeah.
All right,
Um,
Kiki.
yeah, Akakiri. This one just. This is the weakest of these 9 episodes, and it's. This one has really bad character development too, especially at the end.
It's just random gibberish.
Yeah, there's a lot of random pieces moving on. It's like they want to attempt a coup to like reinstate this girl into power, which I get. Like that part I
Plus,
get.
because the king was murdered by the sister out of
Yeah,
nowhere, and she's
it's
a
like
Sith.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like Macbeth and Hamlet and like all these Shakespearean dramas. Like
I
you can
enjoyed the
just
old
tell.
people. The
Oh,
old guys.
the
They were
guides.
adorable.
The
The guy.
guides were really funny with their creatures that they were riding.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, he's it's the end for him. He's in the back, and they start singing, and they're
Yeah.
like, stop singing, they'll hear us. We don't
Yeah.
care.
It's really funny. But then we get to the part that pisses
The,
me off so much. And it's I mean, the lightsaber duel is actually really good.
yeah.
The lightsaber duel is beautiful.
All the fights are good in the show.
Yeah.
That's honestly, any fight is good. No matter if the episode was bad, the fighting was good. That's
But
not our problem.
the sister so this guy's so this woman's aunt kills her. Just I mean flat out just kills her.
No, she didn't kill her.
Oh no, she didn't. He killed her,
No, no, no,
right?
no, no. He killed her. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they took her to the back and they put the mask on of the soldiers, and
That's
then she was
right.
walking towards him, and he was like, ugh. And then
That's
she's like,
right.
he falls, and he's like, Nani?
You can tell I just was not. I was done by that point
See,
in the episode.
it was all right.
Yeah, it's just.
It wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad, but it was just more of a.
The ending
I didn't
sucks.
love it, but I liked it. The ending was interesting to me.
I mean, I'm glad that you
It's
feel that way.
interesting.
Like seriously, I'm glad that you feel that way because to me, I just did not like the episode at all.
See, okay, so like I kind of was digging the fact that like he would get like my only problem was like that he was getting these flashbacks out of nowhere, and you seeing
Yeah.
his eyelids. I did not like seeing his eyelids. I was not a fan of
No,
seeing
that
his
was
eyelids.
annoying.
The eyelashes, I was done.
Yeah, that was
Canceled.
pretty annoying.
Cancel that. Okay,
Yeah.
but like whenever he got a weird flashback where he was talking to, I guess, another Jedi master, and he's like,
Yeah.
I keep dreaming about her death, you know? And then
Yeah.
he's all like, are you sure you want to go? And they're all like foretelling you that he's gonna become a Sith. He's like, if you go,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Which is
succumb to the
interesting.
dark side. You
Which
know,
is very
I can't. Yeah, that was interesting. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help you. And then he goes, and I guess that's the girl, like the love of his life to some extent.
Yeah.
It gave me okay, there we go. It gave me the Panda Mimi Anakin feel.
Padme and Anakin.
Panda Mimi.
I would also say
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and Satine in Clone Wars.
Yeah, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
because he like kills her, you know, and then when he realized what he did, he's like heartbroken. He's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I killed the love of my life. I lost to you, the Sith that killed her father. Like, there's nothing I could do at this point, but I guess kill myself, you know?
Yeah.
And then the Sith's like, yo, join the dark side. We got powers, you know, we got health insurance, we got 401k, we got dental, we got vision, you know? Not that bad. What you got with the
on the dark
Jedi's?
side.
You ain't got you. They don't give you anything. You don't got a health plan. We do. You know.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
she's like, I can bring. She brings her back to life.
it's that part is interesting. It's just the way it's executed to me just is not
Mm.
that good.
They would have taken out eyelash scenes and basically explained more of their relationship, the guy and the
Hmm.
girl,
Like
and
through
why he would.
flashbacks or something. Yeah.
You're already throwing us flashbacks at the wazoo. Keep going, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and don't even like focus on the fight. Just focus on that guy and
The
his.
character development. Yeah,
Yeah. Um.
you know? Because then he joins her, and then he's all like, well, you save her, but you have to join me. Saves her,
Yeah. I thought that he
but he
was gonna
has to
save
leave.
her and then kill her. The I
The
thought he was
Sith.
gonna. Yeah, I thought that he was gonna save his girlfriend and then kill the Sith.
See, I'm happy he didn't do that. I'm happy he.
He
This
just
is gonna
makes the
sound.
ultimate hero sacrifice essentially.
I don't even think that was a hero sacrifice for him.
Yeah.
Because he realized, yo, like, they got 401k, they got dental, they got vision, you know,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I can bring back the dead, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, like I said, the concepts are there and it's interesting. It's
Mhm.
just the way it's executed to me just
I
isn't that
think
good.
it's probably the transitions that they were doing for you.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's
Because,
too
like,
flashbacky.
the beginning was so boring. Like, I was
Yeah.
lost. I was like,
Oh no, the
what
beginning
is
is
going
super boring.
on? Yeah, and
Yeah.
probably how they drew them too. It almost made you think like you're watching Shin Chan, but like higher taste level of Shin Chan.
Yeah, it's not until like they get closer to the palace that it like starts to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But like the first half of this thing is really boring.
See, the part up until you meet the guides is where they
Yeah.
lost me. Once you meet the guides, I'm fine
Yeah.
because they're silly,
Yeah,
you
I mean
know.
they are. Um I don't know. Like I said, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad that there are a lot of people out there that like really dig it. But to me, it
I don't
just
love
wasn't
it.
my jam. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Just to me, it just wasn't my jam.
It's
But
almost like La Ocho level for me, where it's like it felt weird some of their
yeah,
choices,
yeah,
you know.
it does. It definitely does.
Like it's confusing. I'm playing with a plush. Sorry, it's
No, you're
confusing.
fine.
Why like they had a love thing going on? Why was he stationed there with her? And why
Yeah,
did he leave? How did he interact with the dark side before?
yeah,
Did he if he interacted with the dark side before when she was with her? Maybe it was because of the aunt.
yeah.
You know,
That might be it. Yeah,
they just needed to like solidify things more, and then
yeah,
you
yeah. I mean, the problem with these is that they're shorts. Also, like if
they're
they
like less
had
than 30 minutes.
yeah, if they had like stretched it to like 35, maybe even 40, like
They'd
you
still be
could have
good.
yeah, you could have told a more cohesive story to me and like the ending would have hit a lot better for me.
Hey, think about it. They could totally do it. They did it in T0B1. They did it
Yeah.
in the twins. They gave us full on character development in
Yeah.
those short amount of
They
time.
did.
And in the Rhapsody,
Yeah.
there's no excuse for them not to be able to do it.
No. No, I
You
mean
know?
if all of the other if 7 out of 9 shorts can do it,
Why can't these other two do it?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um so let's just give our final grades here for Visions. I'm gonna go a B plus. I think there's a lot of it I love. There's some stuff that just drags it down for me at times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for the most part, I really enjoy it. I think it's a great, unique way of doing storytelling. And this
Mm-hmm.
is kind of like one of the closest. This and the Lego stuff is like the closest we'll get to a what if for Star Wars.
It's an A minus for me.
A minus. Okay, so we're kind of like in the same boat.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was like, cause I'm grading it as in like I had like two S tiers
Yeah.
and a couple of B's.
Yeah.
It was like either it was amazing or it was just
Yeah.
or bad,
But
you know?
I will tell you this, like for the first, let's say 2/3 of this season, like come out the gate swinging and are really interesting. It's just that final third
I
that just
I wish this is like weird thinking, but I wish they could have opened with the twins. Honestly,
yeah, kind of like
if they would
set the
have,
universe a little more.
yeah,
Yeah,
start with the twins and probably end. I'm looking at the list. Probably end with the duel.
yeah. Um, for me, I would start with the twins. I would do the twins, Lop and Ocho, and Akakiri for your first 3 episodes.
See,
Uh, Go ahead.
I feel like you need to do like a good one, the twins, then the Lop and Ocho,
Yeah.
and then like a buffer, and then go to Akikiri.
Yeah, so
You
you
can't
could
have two
do
Whompers right next
yeah,
to each other.
you could do the twins, Lop and Ocho, Tatooine Rhapsody,
Well, that's a banger. And then
and
Akakiri.
then Akakiri, then go to then do the Elder.
Mm-hmm.
I would do
After the
Toby next
No,
after the Elder.
after the Elder, you should do the Ninth Jedi because it feels the same ish. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah,
Because
I can see that.
you're already in the mindset of like getting really good fights.
Yeah, you could do that. Actually, you could fit the duel in the middle there too.
I just wanted to end strong and weird.
Yeah, Toby and the
It,
Village Bride should be your last 2 episodes of the season.
okay, I would be fine with. Hmm, I still think the duel should be last.
Yeah, I can
And
see
it
that.
should be TLB one and then duel. Just because I'm thinking like anime terms, just because
Yeah, you need something
the yeah
lighthearted before you get to
yeah
that heavy. Yeah,
yeah because the twins is like your ultimate like badass anime what you're expecting, right? And
yeah,
the
it's
last
a
two,
strong
kind of
start.
like Katrina mentioned earlier, she reminded of Berserk. We want to end it with those traditional old school animes, which is
Yeah,
Berserk and Astro Boy.
yeah. I actually I agree with that. I think
You know,
that it's good, but yeah, I think Lapinocho and Akiri should be like it kind of like towards the beginning, early middle,
yeah.
and then you just bring out the good stuff.
Maybe we didn't like it because it's towards the end, and we already saw all these great episodes, amazing
I
episodes.
I think that's what it was. I think I was just burnt out on the other good stuff.
We already saw all the best ones, and then we're
Yeah.
bottom. Like they're not bad. Like they're
No,
not
they're
bad.
not.
They're
They're not.
good. They're not great, but they're
No.
good.
I mean,
So what's just think about it. Once you've been eating like filet mignons, right, for a
yeah.
whole week, right, and then in the weekend, you're like, here, have this cut
Yeah,
basic
like a New
steak,
York strip or something.
New
Yeah.
York strip. You're like,
Yeah, I want to go
is
back to filet.
you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're feeling.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, they're not great. To me, they're okay. I mean, yeah, you list them as good, I'll list them as okay. I mean, it's just
I can't say okay, my
they're
little heart.
it's
I
all
feel for them because
entertaining.
like it's entertaining, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the hey they're good animation studios,
Yeah.
and
I
like the
mean, I give them
animation
the
was
benefit of
good.
the doubt.
It's 15 minutes. I understand they're trying to overachieve,
Yeah.
but then again, I'm going back to the twins were like
Yeah,
tentacle lightsabers.
that's like peak anime
That's
Star Wars
That's
there with
like,
the
yeah,
twins. Yeah.
that is god tier anime right there for Star
Yeah.
Wars. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, that is what you expected.
Yeah. Um
I'm
I feel like I'm with Dana just talking about the Bad Batch again and like how we were just miserable towards like the middle of that season. Um but no, like yeah, it's I mean check out Visions. Like really check out Visions. Enjoy it.
with your
Watch it.
eyes.
Yeah, watch it and just let us know what you think. Um, you know, email the show, join our Discord, all of that great stuff.
Should plug
Uh
in your Discord in the chat.
oh yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I?
I don't know. That's I don't know.
I don't remember. Remember? Let's see here. I actually
But
just saw a tweet. Somebody said, can't wait for Star Wars year, which is next year,
Oh
because
my
we have
god.
like all that stuff coming out. Let me see here. Let me do this in the chat.
Okay.
Here is the link to our Discord if everybody would like to join it.
And
Uh,
talk to us.
yes, you can talk to us. We are your mods, your um oh yeah, there's our Discord right here. Let's see here. As you can see, we're talking about the Suga from you know, from the Mandalorian because this Mandalorian figure here comes with the Suga and Grogu.
Oh my god, it does.
Yeah, it does. It does. This is
That's
the
cool.
this is the Mudhorn one that
Hmm.
you can get off of Target
Yeah,
actually.
space.
Yeah.
Oh, Target?
Yeah. They just saw our chat. Anyway, that is that's it. Um, Ellie, do you have anything else to add?
Watch Visions
Yeah, just
now
watch it.
on
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
Well, watch our RPG show if you missed our RPG show, and then watch
Oh, that's
Visions.
yeah. Watch us be awesome. You gotta meet Stevie Bout. You gotta meet my bunny. You got this cool pod racing person. You got this.
Fucking bunny.
You get to experience how we won our first major fight without fighting. You know, it's worth a
I am
watch.
gonna have to play a giant 10-foot robotic bunny
Name Awa Awa,
named Awa Awa,
owned by Uwu,
owned by Uwu, who lost Owo.
who lost Owo in a plane crash. You know, into the moon of Endors. You know, raced by Ewoks. Got pointy
So,
sticks.
so speaking of crashes, just real quick before we go,
Mhm,
um,
mhm,
since you've been to Oga's and you saw Rex at the cantina, right? The DJ.
mhm.
Do you know how he got into the cantina?
He was sold by the guy at the other restaurant because he owed money to Olga.
No.
No,
No. So
that's
Rex
what I was
used to
told.
be it's fine. So Rex used to be the original pilot on Star Tours,
Hmm.
on the original Star Tours, where you actually went to Endor on the original Star Tours.
Hmm.
Um, Apparently he crash landed a Star Tours flight on Batuu and was reprogrammed by Mubo to because
There
he
you
did owe
go.
money to Oga.
See, that's
Yeah.
the part I know.
And he was donated to Oga's to be the DJ.
And then he's voiced by Pee Wee Herman.
He is. Which I'm not doing a Pee Wee Herman impression
Mm-mm.
for our
Awa
RPG.
awa.
Awa, awa.
We're just gonna get T-Spans to play awa awa.
I'm not getting T-Spans to play Awa Awa.
That'd be too chaotic. You
Yeah,
already have one.
oh yeah.
Don't
We
put us in
already
the
have
same
we
RPG.
have we have enough wild cards in our party
It's like half
between
of us.
you. Oh yeah, you, Katrina, and Kaylin are all the wild cards.
What about Greg? Greg's kind of wild.
Greg, okay, you know what? Five
Actually,
out of six of you are wild cards.
okay, you're trying to say John is not a wild card.
No, I'm saying Joey isn't a wild card.
Oh, okay. Watch this next episode. He's gonna prove you wrong. He's gonna go
He's
guns
probably
blazing.
he's probably watching right now, just taking notes, just like I'm
He's
gonna
like,
prove it to
"Hey,
him.
I'm Joey. I'm the king of the
I'm Joey
rules. I'm
Jojo.
Joey Jojo, king of the rules. Come on."
Yes. So
Sorry.
anyway, I think that's gonna be it for us tonight.
Yeah.
I gotta be up super early to take my mom to the airport. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. May you always fight for light in life. May the force be with you. And remember, at the end of the day, we are all the Republic. And next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be lining up my guests very soon. And yeah, that's it. Also, big thank you to Katrina. Thank you for joining us. I know that you had some internet issues and some other stuff came up. Thank you. Greg, I'm sorry that you couldn't be here. I hope everything is okay. We love you. We're here for you. Just reach out to us if you need us. And just real quick, I have one more shout out, and that is to all six of our RPG players. Um, this past week, not the week that we just had, but the week before, had been very mentally taxing for me. And as somebody that has struggled with some mental health issues in the past, just through ADHD and slight depression and stuff, having you all do that RPG with me on Sunday night was just wonderful. And you filled my heart with such joy, and I just have to say thank you to every single
Oh,
one of you. I love you all so, so much. You guys have become family to me. Like, seriously, you guys are like family to me, and I love you all so, so much. So,
we love you
thank you.
too, Stevie Pelps.
Thank you. Um, no, seriously, you guys helped me. I mean, my wife helped me, but you guys helped me get out of just such a bad funk. So thank you so, so much. I love all of you.
Thank you
And
for letting us be a group to play in your
oh,
RPG and helping us create our characters and putting up
yeah.
with our shenanigans.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Um, when we get off stream, I have another story to tell you, and then yeah.
I
So everybody, that's it for us tonight. We love you. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for another episode of Starlight Beacon Transmissions Live. And yeah,